Hallelujah. Hallelujah. What's going on? Good to know ya. What's going on, everybody? Y'all already know what it is. It is time to mess with your nerd friends, aka Blurs, the new blurred order. Holla at your boy and your girls. We outside right now because it's almost Christmas time. Christmas time. It's Christmas time. And so we here for our, I believe, what may be our last live show of 2024. And today we're going to go over some of the things we loved about this year. So scrap it on in, baby, because there's plenty of stuff to discuss. Tell a friend, hit that like button, hit that share button, and pull on up. We got the homies right here, right around the corner. We're going to go ahead and get into this movie they call Craven. Did you see it? Are you loving it? Are you not loving it? I don't know. Either way, we're going to go ahead and discuss it on the show. You already know what it is, boys. The new blurred order. Kick it in. Tell her who he is, Eve.
I love the new blurred order. You should too.
Whoa.
Let me get all this 10p Wayne. All the niggas rapping about the same old thing. I've been coming through with the same old game. Ain't shit changed except nine got a name. Got it out the mud but we got no stains. Cold ass lizard with a gold ass chain. The girl call me daddy, not my government name. Money on my mind, got them bands on my brain. Let me tell y'all about a nigga I know. The nigga stay clean so he always got hoes. Light skinny bitches like.
All righty. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully you are in good spirits this morning as we start to kick this off talking about what just popped off, which is Craven. I don't know if y'all seen it or not. I'm going to keep it real. I did not. And let me tell you why. Because I was discouraged. Because I saw the reviews. And the reviews were not giving, you need to run out and see this. I don't know if y'all saw the same reviews I saw. But man, they are brutal, bro. There is something afoot about this Marvel universe that Sony tried to create that I don't think the public is liking too much. Nolly, are you getting that same feeling? Like the public seems to be averse to this whole idea of turning these superhero movies, basing them on villains and whatever that is, huh? Am I tripping?
I think people are tired of Sony.
You think
I feel like there's no other way to put it. Like, it's been Sony this whole time, and I really want Sony to like look back at their work and decide if they want to team up with Marvel Disney and make money like they do with Spider-Man, or if they want to continue to shell out money and not make a profit in return by continuing to be stubborn and insist that they put out these projects just because they own the titles and they don't want anyone else to use them. But it's like, at what point do we acknowledge that we're in our own way? If I make sense, like if y'all are picking up what I'm putting down, like I feel like they're in their own way of being successful with these things.
I think that there's something to that. Welcome to the show, of course, Anthony, Mr. I just met everybody in Hollywood, and now I'm back to chat with the little people. Since I don't know if y'all know this tonight, but Ant done went full Hollywood on us. He out there hobnobbing with Denzel Washington and Kerry Washington and John and Aaron Pierre, and they all like, oh my God, and we just are like, what we gonna do with this dude? Like, he's too big, bro. We can't mess with this dude. How's it going, man? Welcome back.
It wasn't all the Washingtons, just John David.
It's okay, but you was still out there. Don't try to act like you ain't big time, homeboy. How'd it go, man?
Oh, it was a wonderful experience, man. I love getting together with Black celebrities, a whole bunch of Black excellence in the room. It's inspiring, right? It's like, why am I not doing more? Right? Like, there's a whole bunch of people in the room, from producers to actors to directors to PR contacts and aspiring creators. So if anything, it is very inspiring to be in that space. You know, it was a wonderful experience. I can't wait to do it again.
Oh my goodness. And man,
yeah.
did you show out, bro? I mean, listen, guys, I don't know if y'all even need to hear me tell you about it, but look at your boy out here doing big things. Oh shoot, this probably ain't the best. Look at your boy out here doing big things, like Wagwan and yourself. Look at Harold, man. Like, oh my God, is it you? You want to give us the background on what happened here, bro, and how you got this picture before we go further and talk a little bit more about Craven?
Me and my turtleneck twin.
Yeah, y'all definitely turtlenecking it out, homeboy. You got the memo. I see that's clear.
You know, I was at the event and Harold was not at all scheduled to be there, but he came out to honor Malcolm D. Lee, who was the director for the Best Man Wedding series and all that stuff. So he was there, and I'm like, yo, I gotta talk to him. I gotta, you know, I've spoken to him before, like virtually, and I've been covering his show for years. So I'm like, let me go at least go say hi. And when I go up to him, he's like, "You look familiar, but I can't, you know, this is my bad Harold impersonation. You look familiar." He's got that Broadway accent. "You look familiar, but I can't quite place it." And I'm like, "Yeah, I dressed up as you." And he's like, "Huh?" And then after a while, I was like, "You know, you posted it on your page. I cosplayed as Boyd." And he was like, "Oh my God." So we got to kick it for a little bit, hang out at the event. And I actually got to go into the green room and talk to him a little bit more. So that was great, right? They always say never meet your heroes except for this one.
Yo, so you got to go into the green room with him? What's that? I mean, what do y'all chat on, if you don't mind me asking? I mean, not too personal. I mean, I don't want to know if y'all are discussing where y'all shop for turtlenecks. You know, if you don't want to give secrets.
So the host was like, you know, congratulations on From for being renewed for season 3. And I was like, season 3? This man don't watch the show. So,
the host, okay.
Yeah, so we went in the back and I was like, yo, don't let that man hold you back. Season 4, you about to hit syndication, bro. So we talked about that a little bit. We talked about the next season, and I think we talked about when they would start filming, and I think he had a couple other projects he's going to do before that. So that was just really cool. And we got to drink some tequila, man. There was a lot of tequila.
You drank tequila with Harold
and others.
Was he like, "Hey man, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, take a shot. Come on."
No. There was like it was just a bartender. We was just getting drinks. We was just drinking and talking. It was nothing like that. It was not like, you know, we was playing drinking games. I don't think he's going to DM me.
Oh, nah. I mean, you never know, man. You never know how these things might go, man. Well, yo, that's a big deal. I'm happy that you was able to experience that. Once again, y'all, if you don't know, like Harold is, excuse me, I called you Harold. I can't tell y'all apart now. Anthony is a big deal out there, man. He's doing big things. He sent some video of the place. Looked real nice, man. It looked real nice. And I mean, I even photobombed somebody, if I'm not mistaken. I hope it's okay if I show this right here, man. But there was a photobomb experience. Let me just go ahead and give y'all this right here. Him, who you see right there? Who y'all see in the background? You see Regina King, and who else we see here, man? Who all we got here? And go ahead, give us a rundown.
Oh, this is Regina King, another critic, the movie brother, E-Man from E-Man's Reviews, and then me just sticking my big head up in there. Like, and the weird thing is, like, E-Man is a big dude, so I knew I was photobombing, but I didn't know who was in the picture until he sent it to me. Like, he towered over this tiny Regina King, and then he sent me the picture, and I'm like, I did it. Like, I was trying to get a picture of her all night.
I did it. Yo, E-Man is giving heavy Tyler Perry vibes in this picture. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, it's a little difficult to really like his image. That's what I'm saying. Nothing else other than that. But yo, he's basically like looking like Regina King's, you know, piece right there. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully he made some connections, bro, because we would love to tap into all of that. But I digress. I'm glad you had a good time, man. Now, while you were out doing that last week, Sony was preparing before we start getting into some of our favorite movies and some of our favorite shows and some of our favorite animations and favorite everything from this year. We got to talk about what's fresh right now, and that is obviously this movie, Craven, if that's what you want to call it. And right now, I ain't gonna lie, man, it's not getting a lot of love. We were talking about it right before you came on the air, and I honestly thought that this was going to be something that I could run out and see and be happy about. But then I started seeing the reviews, bro, and the reviews were not happy. The reviews were not pleased. the people have spoken, and it is not good what they're saying. And I'm a little nervous. I don't know. I mean, I shouldn't be nervous because we've already kind of gotten word, and I mean, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, that Marvel is already deciding to basically scrap this whole business model. Like it's a wrap. We're not even doing this no more. And here's just a taste of kind of what they're looking like. Look at this meme over here. This would be the end of Sony Spider-Man. Look, it's at 16% with the critics. All right, now I don't even know what it says. Then it would be the shittiest ending in history. What's happening? The reviews are coming through. You can't stop them. It's so bad. They're done with this failed experiment. Are we feeling good riddance, Yaz? Are we done? Did this experiment finally hit the end of the road, and are we happy about that, or should they keep trying?
No, I think when you got a pile of shit, you shouldn't keep throwing money towards it. So let's just wrap it up and flush it and be done. And maybe hopefully, we'll find a new window to go through. Hopefully they just keep making movies with Marvel. And I mean, that's honestly their best, you know what I'm saying? Like they just need to play little brother for a little while, mentor, learn from Marvel, and hopefully, I don't know, even DC, they could learn from DC too, because DC is starting to pick up a little bit. But I don't know. Sony is definitely the least anticipated company we want to see. So
I mean, Anthony, you're a Marvel fan like me, and I mean, we've sat and we've watched the crumbling of this industry. I mean, what does this say? What do you think is the next move for Sony, who's the Spider-Man herald? Like, what do they learn now? If they're going to stop this type of product, where do you think they go from here, bro?
So the way I understood it, it's always been a back and forth with Marvel and Sony over the amount of money that they would invest into each project and how the profits would be split. And the reason that they've been producing them themselves is because they want to keep all the profits, right? When No Way Home hit $1 billion, they didn't get to keep all of it. They had to split that with Disney. So I think that at this point, with the amount of money that they've lost on their self-produced films, I don't think that they have the confidence anymore to continue to put out their own projects. It's like it's just cost them way too much money. And maybe now they evaluate just being, like everyone is saying, in partnership with Disney and trying to figure out what that's going to look like moving forward. Right now, Disney has a lot of cards in their hand because they have a lot of negotiating power. They could be like, you know what, we're not going to do 50-50 splits no more. It's 70-30. You lucky we let you in the room. But that's based off of their own work.
Yeah.
It's not looking good for them. It's not. Well, I mean, it's not the end of the world because they've been successful with Venom somehow.
Have they been successful? What defines success?
Venom's been hitting like 700-800 million every movie. I don't know how, but it's been doing it. Let me see. What was the last one? Yeah.
Really? I was unaware of that. And do we define? I guess if you keep giving the movie sequels, I suppose there's some sort of success in it. I didn't know. As long as it's making more than it took to make it, I guess that's defined as success.
Yeah, I mean, the last Venom movie had 472 million worldwide. That's a big deal for them. That's a really, really big deal for them.
All right. Well, you go ahead and go, Sony. Well, hopefully you get some time to maybe get those same folks who love Venom to love Kraven, because it don't seem like it's in the cards right now. Let's just go ahead and show y'all a couple of the things that they saying in the streets right now about Kraven.
Mercy. And I shouldn't be surprised, the Sony Spider-Man universe that doesn't actually have Spider-Man in it have been a bunch of weird movies, to say the least. Outside of the Venom movies, going from Morbius to Madam Web to Kraven the Hunter is pretty impressive, but Kraven the Hunter does not have any aspect of it that stands out to me in a positive way at all. You might say the action scenes, but the editing is so choppy it's poorly done, or it's poorly lit in a dark scene, or just looks flat in daylight. A lot of bad CGI animals and CGI heavy stunts that completely take you out of the movie. The most god-awful writing you can imagine. A bunch of performances that just feel like paychecks. It's really just a waste of an iconic Spider-Man character. It's almost impressive how the performances, the visuals, and the writing come together and spit out one of the worst movies of the year. I had low expectations and I was still surprised. Kraven the Hunter, 1 star. So I saw Kraven the Hunter, and it is why society is...
Hey team, Tabitha for Inside the Booth here, and I just got done watching Kraven the Hunter trailer. Here are my thoughts. Isn't this guy also this guy?
All right.
Just got done watching Craven the Hunter. Best I really have to say about it is that it's okay. There's some bad acting at times, and the plot kind of tries to be like a tragic tale without really knowing how to do that. But it's better than Madam Web, so I'll give it that.
Her sister was a witch, right?
All right. Well, looks like we're gonna run out of. I might want to watch this anymore anyway. All right, one more. Here's the last one. This is the very first one I saw. It's very raw.
What's so Cravens out there?
What's good, y'all? It's your boy PP, Nerds of the World. Just got out of the press meeting for Craven the Hunter. Initial thoughts like I do. I was entertained. The joint was actually entertaining. I haven't been a fan of the Sony Marvel stuff, but I gotta give it its props. I was entertained. Aaron Taylor Johnson did his thing. Ariana DeBose, Russell Crowe, Fred Hetchinger gave some interesting, fun performances. There is a lot of cheese. It's corny. Sony Marvel is has a lot of that, but I can't lie. There was some stuff that they took from the Spider-Man franchise that I enjoyed. How they mixed it in, some good action moments, some good comedy moments.
He's rambling. I don't know what he's talking about, but it doesn't. I don't get any. You have to run out and see this movie. In fact, what I'm seeing is a little bit more discouraging. I'm hearing a lot from Marvel fans who say they start off by saying, "I'm not a big fan of Marvel stuff." You know, like that. But there's YouTube name is like Marvel Guides 26, and the fact that they don't even like Marvel stuff is a little bit revealing. So this just makes me say I'm gonna see it when it comes home, because I was sure enough about to run out. I mean, I got the free AMC thing, and I could have just went and seen it for free. I still might could, but I'm a little nervous, man, about going to see a movie that I know as of this point I'm probably not going to end up liking. I don't know about y'all, but since nobody's seen it, we can't even put it on our list of best and worst projects for this year. So I figured, hey, man, let's just start with the stuff that we know. I'm not going to lie. There was a lot of stuff that came out, and I just wanted to throw it out to y'all. We can start off in the movie category. And I also want to go to the comment section. Shout out to those of y'all that are watching, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Oh, did I hit the Instagram button? Oh, the Instagram button. Am I on Instagram? Yeah, okay, yeah. All right, we on Instagram. What's happening, y'all? Instagram. Let's go ahead and hit up at the comments. So what are some of your favorite movies, favorite projects from this year? Today on our last live episode for the year, we'll probably be focusing mainly on like movies, animated movies. I want to separate those because I don't think it's fair to put like Inside Out 2 in the same category as like, you know, some of the other stuff. But what comes to mind as soon as we start talking movies, y'all? What did y'all see this year that you may think is noteworthy? I know I got a couple things. What's up, Lisa? I see. Oh, so you a big fan of Aaron Taylor Johnson? Is that all we gotta do? Is that how it's gonna be now? Like, you know, all you gotta do is put something pretty on the screen. So Green Lantern is gonna be the fire, whether the script is dope or not, all because women want to see the man with it. You're not here for the script. Can you watch it in mute? Like, you want to see a silent Green Lantern Corps?
Did you see that man's arms?
I did see his arms. I mean, hey, what do you say, man?
I don't even care if it's a chokehold. Like, I just want them around me.
Nolly's tuning. She hasn't even seen it yet.
Nope.
Yeah.
5 stars.
Yo, Ed's lifting the PS4, the PS controller. Well, yeah, I mean, the boy has some stuff to say. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's interesting what he's got going on. But do you think that that's going to make up for a bad movie if Aaron Taylor Green comes out with Aaron
Johnson?
It's going to be a show, so we know DC does good shows. So I'm not worried about it being bad. But I mean, it doesn't hurt that it's also good to look at.
You're right. I ain't mad. Let's see what he has to say about it.
To ask about Green Lantern. So what can you safely tease about lanterns that won't get either of us in trouble?
Wow, not much. But what I can tell you is that the team are just super, super excited to have this opportunity to.
Can I just say, it's not fair to us regular looking guys to have to compete with a specimen like this. Like, I just want to punch him in the face, like, with like brass knuckles type shit. and I want to cut his hair and push his hairline back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I want to give him. I want gray hairs coming out his nose, and I want him to have like like a boil coming out his neck a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah, like because it's not fair. Like what could his eyes are green. Like that's God like giving him a cheat code. That's not fair. I don't like that.
So his family, his whole family looks like that. All of them are beautiful.
So just keep Anthony. Just keep in mind, okay, there are trophy wives and trophy husbands, okay? He is a trophy husband, okay? Like he's just beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like just beautiful. He was born that way, all right? If women can be born beautiful that way, so can men. And he is in that category of he's just beautiful. You can't why hate on his beauty, Vince?
I'm gonna push back. I don't know if he was born. I mean, listen, you're not born that chiseled. This dude works out. All right.
Bring the story
there's a little bit
to
of
the
effort
people.
put
And
in.
so far as I'm
the
concerned,
body.
I'm going to do my very best to serve.
You talk about what? The eyes? Yeah, he was born with green eyes. But
I'm just saying, like,
so was Roddy.
let's do the profile, like the profile alone. You know what I'm saying? You don't even need the body. Like, it's like he's a Ken doll. You know what I'm saying? Like, you put his head on the little muscle body, and there you go. Like, obviously, you're gonna want the whole package with the top. Come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he had a different kind of body, he would still be hot, just not that sought out. Do you see what I'm saying?
Aaron Pierre is given the new Idris for me. Like, he's like this generation's Idris a little bit. Like when the women were introduced to Idris through The Wire and learned that he was British, like it kind of gave more credibility to to Black British men. I think that Aaron Pierre is doing that. It is now the Green Lantern. All right, go ahead and say it, man. Go ahead and say it. Darkest day.
Brightest day.
Ahead, man.
I mean, the accent is definitely a bonus on top of it all. He got green eyes, the accent.
So what about that though? I mean, the British wave is real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And right now he's kind of
we're American. Any accent is hot. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just, if you really think about it, certain ones, you know what I'm saying? Like definitely certain ones, but I'm just saying, like we have a thing, being American, we love accents. You know what I'm saying? You can't talk to an American, like a full, born an American person was like, damn, I love accents. Like it's just part of our DNA. We like it's different. So I think definitely British. And I feel like depending on the Australian, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's like, you can understand it, some of it, you know what I'm saying? And then definitely what, Nolly?
I don't even need to understand it. I'd be like, oh no.
Well, obviously, I'm just saying, like, there's certain accents though. Like if you watch Yellowstone, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Like it's just certain ones are just not sexy. Like Arkansas, you can't understand that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just,
what did you say?
You can't. I'm telling you, watch Yellowstone. There's a character in there. It's a woman, and she's from like the border of Arkansas. Is what they say in like the show. And literally her accent, no one can understand her. Her own boyfriend can't even understand her. Watch that shit. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Like it's super crazy.
Where is he from again? In the show? What state?
Arkansas.
It's like playing. Arkansas and Kansas, so it's called like Arkansas. Like it's like they're at the border. That's what they call it.
Arkansas.
Watch the show and you'll understand what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't know. Okay, I'm not from there.
I think Americans like accents because we all came from fucking different places, and this is what we ended up with. Writing state names like Arkansas, but making it pronounced Arkansas. Okay,
yeah,
that's we don't put the U in color like.
Yeah. Don't get me started. Don't get me started on the GHT shit. Like the fact that night to night, white. Did I say white? I don't think white, but right. And all them shit's got GHT. Where's the G in there for? Like, let's go ahead and stop all that. So y'all think that Australian and British accents are the sexiest of all accents?
Maybe like Scottish is a little sexy too, like depending on, like it's just like how, you know what I'm saying? That, oh man, I can't. I mean, It might be from the movies when you're a kid and stuff, but I'm telling you, it's hot.
Scottish?
Yeah, dude. Not
Like
with the,
Braveheart?
I mean, like
something about a man in a kilt with a
Oh,
fuzzy
it's
beard.
hot.
Bruh.
It's
I
hot.
don't.
I don't know what it is. It's hot. I mean, I love the
what
freeness.
you saying, but yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yup. You
I
can
will
bag
get
my
on the back of that pony with
You can
you.
bag
Yes,
my
sir.
Yo, okay. This is not what was on the docket today, but it is good to know these things. Yeah, so
Good morning.
I'm not as, you know, I don't think that the same thing applies. I will say, and I hope it's okay, you know, for me to say that British accents on women, especially black women, for some reason seem to be quite appealing. I don't know why, but for me, when I watch, you know, Dune, you know, and some of them young ladies, they start talking with the, oh yeah, well, I don't know, you know, well, cheers, you know. I kind of like that shit, you know what I'm saying? But I digress. For me, it's the Caribbean accent. That's the hottest accent for me. You done know whether they pussy all them they want come or chassa. Pull up the man them. Yo, hold on. Okay, make me stop. All right, anyway, well, listen, we will talk about Green Lantern, and I mean we got sidetracked. But let me go ahead real quick and let this complete what he was saying.
Wow, not much. But what I can tell you is that the team are just super, super excited to have this opportunity to bring.
Man, the nigga even talk sexy, man. Fuck you, nigga. Like, I don't even want to watch this shit no more. Like, he talking something like, well, what I can't tell you is, you know, this is the best we have here, and I've done my research. And it's like,
Don't
yo, dude,
hate on the
where
men
is your
you
corny
have.
side? Nah, man, I ain't, nah, man.
The story
Let's
to
do
the
it.
people. And so far as I'm concerned, I'm going to do my very best to serve and honor and elevate in any way I can John Stewart and the Green Lantern Corps. And hopefully I serve that and it resonates with people.
Can you at least tell me what your Green Lantern homework's looking like?
Extensive.
And he's good with the press. Go ahead, homeboy. I'm not mad. Well, okay, Aaron Pierre's coming out. Looking forward to that. Look, can I?
So big. I just want him to crush me like a watermelon.
Nari said, imagine that talking in your ear. Oh, whispering. Oh, that would just, yes.
He could be yelling at me. I don't care.
Where is the fucking chicken? I told you today.
I didn't mean to throw the tea in the sea. I'm so sorry. I take it back. I take it back.
That's
all right. That was fun. That was fun. You know what? Since we having fun, man, let me show y'all another video real quick. This is something that I think we got this from Nolly. No. Ty sent this, yo. This Joe had me dying. All right. So do y'all ever meet like, you know, when you were kids, did you have to like meet Santa Claus and like meet, you know, stuff like that?
Oh, my husband still loves to go and meet Santa Claus. Like he's like, babe, can we go? He's such a little kid. He's all about Christmas. I swear to God. Like
my husband was Santa Claus for his job's Christmas event, and I was like, you just letting other people sit all up in my lap?
oh, that's okay. Well, if it was Aaron Pierre, then women don't be there. I tell you what, this is something that happened with a young lady that I thought was fascinating. Tell me if y'all can relate.
That was hilarious.
Make it make sense. I don't know what she feels about the Grinch right now. Like she loves him, she hates him, she don't know what to do with him. Yo, that show.
All phases of grief in one little 5-minute shot. All the phases of grief.
But yo, that is extremely frightening. And like this big hairy booger dude.
She traumatized.
That baby's gotta be a Gemini, is all I'm saying. She switched up way too quick.
Yo, she went back and forth.
She just had to let it out.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That baby's gotta be a Gemini.
Yo, man, she went back and forth. It's crazy. I don't know how you do that. All right. That's some other stuff going on. I hope y'all are still thinking about. Oh, yo, big news. The Witcher. That joint is coming back out. I'm excited about that. Here's a couple other things. I thought that this was an interesting video. And this is an interesting topic of discussion. Do y'all consider yourselves fans of the Christopher Nolan series with Batman? Yeah. We all agree. Good series, right? For the most part. Well, I wonder how you would rate the Dark Knight series amongst some of the some of the Marvel movies, as this group did, and they made some interesting revelations. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this.
Marvel movies. Is Dark Knight Rises better than? Is it better than Black Panther?
Yes.
Is it better than Civil War?
Yes.
Dark Knight Rises is better than Civil War.
Bro.
Yes.
I see your eyes, Ed. I see your eyes.
Who is this person?
All right. Well, this is Van Latham. Van Latham.
No, I know Van. Who's this other person in the green hat?
Okay, those are members of his podcast. I think they're called the Ringerverse. So just a bunch of his friends, if I'm not mistaken. So nobody of import.
They're not credible.
Well, you disagree with that? You don't think Dark Knight is better than
No. Hold on. He ain't say the Dark Knight. He said the Dark Knight Rises.
Rises.
That's a big difference. Like if they would have said, "Oh, the Dark Knight is better than Civil War," I'd been like, "All right, everybody's got their own." Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, all right.
I don't know.
Yes.
I can't understand that. Is it better than Winter Soldier? No. Is it better than Thor Ragnarok?
Is Dark Knight Rises better than Thor Ragnarok?
A lot of things are better than Thor Ragnarok.
Including Dark Knight
I
Rises?
liked that movie, though. I really liked that movie.
I love Thor Ragnarok, but it's in terms of quality,
I think
Thor Ragnarok was just fan service.
True. I agree. What you say?
But it was good fan service, though. I mean, I feel like Dark Knight. I feel like they're equal in their own, like in different categories. I feel like they're equal. Because just because Ragnarok wasn't a bad movie, like even though it was fan service, it wasn't bad. You know what I'm saying? It was cheeky, but it was the right kind of cheeky. Like when they tried to redo it in the next Thor movie, which was Love and Thunder, it didn't settle as
Love and
well.
Thunder went
You know what I'm saying? Like we were like, okay, you did this the last movie. You know what I'm saying? Like we were like, what? And then they did it worse. You know what I'm saying? So it's just I feel like out of the Thor movies, if we're going to pick one, that would have been, I feel like that they would be in the same kind of different, but you know what I'm saying? They would have their own, like stature to them because they're both not bad movies. They're just not great.
Anthony?
Please allow me an opportunity to come through with the correct opinion.
Burn!
So
rude.
The thing is with Thor Ragnarok is that it's the best of after being preceded by two, I don't want to say bad, but not so great movies. So it looks so much better when you're comparing it to all its other films. I like Thor Ragnarok for the fun that it had, but Dark Knight Rises to me had a much better story, right? There's character arcs in that story. I can't say the same thing about Thor.
No.
Like, did they even fight the villain? Was they like, I know there was a villain there, but did they even really address her, or did she just kind of like walk away?
Ragnarok was his sister.
Back? Yeah,
Well,
it was
Hela.
Well, that was it. No, Ragnarok was that. Was that Hela?
That was.
I thought Hela
Yeah.
was Love and Blind. Love and Thunder.
No,
No,
Love and
no,
Thunder
that
was
was Hela.
was for the God Butcher.
No, because didn't Hela? Okay, so because we met the Valkyrie, Tessa Thompson in Love and in Ragnarok, we met Hulk, talking.
Yeah,
Hulk,
that was
and we met the what's old boy from that planet? He played by my man from Jurassic Park.
Grok or whatever.
The leader guy, played by The Fly. What's my man from The Fly?
Jeff Goldblum.
Goldblum,
Oh.
Goldblum. Hela was my
Hela was in that movie.
Hela was
and
in
that,
that
and that's
movie.
what I'm
she
talking.
was the
This is what
villain.
I'm
Like
talking
that's when Dad
That's when-
disappeared. Remember, and
when
then Loki
Loki
and Thor were there. Yeah.
That's when his hammer broke.
Mm-hmm. She broke his
Okay.
hammer and shit, and then he
And-
had to
and the
like
eye.
basically rediscover. They had to go back to go and find the hammer
Yeah.
and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and yeah, that's
Okay.
when he talked to his mom when she was dead, and yeah, it was a whole revelation and shit.
Okay. I vaguely remember right now. I remember not hating it, but
What do you
Where
remember about the
Hemdall
Dark Knight
dies. You remember that
Rises?
part? Hemdall
Okay,
dies.
that's a great question. What do I remember about the Dark Knight Rises? I remember the Bane and Bane.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like how they made Bane a puppet. I remember not liking
fine.
that. That was the thing that I didn't like the most.
That's valid.
But other than that, I liked the depiction. Wasn't too thrilled about his voice. That's not how I imagined it. I thought it'd be a little scarier.
You didn't like I am Gotham Recognize. You didn't like that?
Right?
Giving it back to you, the people. I would figure it'd be a little more. You know, I just want a little more depth. You know what I'm saying? A little scarier.
Why are you hating on Tom Hardy like that? Stop hating on my man.
I love Tom Hardy.
He
You
did
know
a
what I'm
great
saying?
fucking job. Stop hating on my fucking man.
Back off.
I just thought the voice should be a little deeper, and they you know. But other than that, I don't know, man. Bane as a super villain that breaks Batman's back, I'm here for. Bane as a politician trying to unite the city of Gotham through anarchy and all of that. It's a little different. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember Bane in the comic being so vocal. You know.
Neris wants you to do that voice again.
Do it again.
Do the voice again.
It tickled.
Wait, do a close up. Do a close up. Let's do the close up.
Extra bass.
Yes.
I believe.
No. The bass one, the deep.
I believe that I'm giving Gotham back to you, the people. I can't. I don't have nothing. I don't got no sticks. I don't got no material for it, bro. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, but you and I liked blue milk with my honey nut Cheerio. I don't know, bro.
You can do
yeah, blue milk. I had blue milk when I went out to Disney. By the way, I don't know if I told y'all that. That was pretty cool, man.
I bought the blue milk when it came out at the grocery stores when Ahsoka dropped and stuff like that.
Yo,
Listen.
at Disney, the blue milk has alcohol in it.
But hold up. The reason I brought that up is because I wanted to see how much you remembered of the Dark Knight Rises compared to how much you remembered of Thor Ragnarok.
That's a good question.
The villains is getting jumbled. It's not really clear. You remember the villain. You remember that movie vividly with Dark Knight. Like, yo, I didn't. This happened, and this is what I had. Like, you remember that there were character arcs, there were surprises. Catwoman was in it. To me, Dark Knight Rises was a much better movie.
Catwoman was in Dark Knight Rises?
She was.
And so was Scarecrow.
And she did her own stunts.
Scarecrow's in all of them.
Oh, yes, that's right. Anna, what's her name? The girl a lot of people don't like.
Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway.
First of all,
I like her.
We gonna put some respect on the Queen of Genovia, okay?
Thank you. I was just about to say that.
And Anne Hathaway in this house, that is one of the safe white women, okay?
Yep. Don't be talking about the Queen, okay? Queen of Genovia is off limits, Vince. Leave her the fuck alone.
Genovia has universal health care. Like, that's how
Listen, their symbol for their entire country is a fucking golden pear. Don't fuck with Genovia, okay?
Period. Respect on it. Watch Princess Diaries 3 when it comes out.
Andrea Sachs from The Devil Wears Prada.
Period.
Oh yes.
That's what we're doing. We're standing for our queen of Milk of Magnesia, Mrs.
Absolutely.
Magnesia.
Hell yeah.
She is not a hueless hooligan. She is a good one.
Listen. Don't be messing with our Princess Diaries is all we're saying, okay? That shit goes back like our childhood roots.
Okay.
Not be fucking with the princess.
All right.
Devil Wears Prada. The list is long. Like we stand.
All right. My bad. I didn't realize.
Sorry, Miss Anne Hathaway. He didn't mean nothing by it.
I didn't say nothing. But all I said was some people don't like. I didn't say I didn't. I love Anne Hathaway. I got a problem. I mean, that's Catwoman. You know what I'm saying? And I watched Devil Wear Prada. Dare I say she did it? And I'm also gonna say this one thing is about her too. Her and I think what was Ben Affleck's ex-wife, Gwyneth Paltrow. I think the two of them are two amongst the best Americans to do British accents. I'll say that. Is that fair? Because didn't she do a British accent in The Princess? Look at Anthony.
No, she had a regular accent. She didn't have no.
Oh, she did.
She didn't have
Okay, then I guess I'm just thinking Gwyneth Paltrow. Then and
she's from
in
California,
the
and
She
then
had an
she found out
accent
her.
in Les Mis, but it wasn't British. It was French.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, back to this then, real quick, man. What say y'all about some of these other opinions? We know what you think about Thor. What about these?
The Dark Knight Rises better than Thor Ragnarok?
I think it depends on the day for that
Yes.
one, though.
Yeah.
Because it depends on what mood you're in.
If Love and Thunder had it come out, I would still, I'd still give it. But you know that we look at the Thor movies a little bit different now because
They went
3
too
out of
crazy.
4 of them are cheap.
Okay, is it better than Guardians of the Galaxy 1?
Dark Knight Rises better than Guardians of the Galaxy 1? Absolutely not.
Yeah, I
100%
wouldn't say
not.
because I
Not even
would
close.
I love the Dark Knight sagas. I'm not gonna lie. There's some like for Batman, that's my only likable just Batman saga. I'm not gonna lie. Other than like, the classics from like 1992, okay, like Batman Begins and Batman Rise, like
Jesus,
Batman Returns.
that came out in
Those are the classics
1992. Batman Begins?
Yeah,
Batman
bro.
Returns.
Yeah, bro.
No way. Batman
Batman
Begins
Returns
didn't
came
come out in
out
the
in
90s.
Yeah, look
Batman
back.
Returns.
It came out, I'm telling you, early 90s. Like, I was like between 92 and 95, those movies came out. Look
That was Batman Returns. Batman Begins came out like in the 2000s.
2005.
It did?
Yeah,
Yeah, Batman.
Okay, well,
The
anyway.
Christopher Nolan stuff
was
didn't
still
come out.
Batman in the 90s.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, I digress.
No, I wasn't
Anyway, I'm just
trying to
saying-
check you. Just wanted to,
No, you're-
for the
you're
sake of the comments.
No, you're
But yeah,
good.
so
Thank
you
for
you
fact-checking me.
prefer.
I'm just.
Nah,
Yeah,
I'd rather
I'm
you
just like-
speak. So you think that that Guardians of the Galaxy, Anthony, 1 isn't better than Dark Knight Rises?
Nah.
Wow.
And this is just a personal opinion because his was my like litmus test.
Me too.
Right. With Guardians of the Galaxy, if it's like on TV, am I going to sit down and really pay attention today? If it's like just on, like if I'm walking by and it's on, am I going to sit down and watch? Probably not. But if Dark Knight Rises is like Batman is about to fight Bane, or he's climbing out of that cave, or if it's even some other random scene, like when they blew up the football stadium, it might get 30 seconds of my time. Like Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm gonna just change the channel. No offense to Guardians of the Galaxy, but it just doesn't have that rewatchability to me that the Christopher Nolan movies did.
Just so y'all know, James Gunn stole Anthony's girlfriend when they were younger, and he's been really mad about it ever since. Like he has not gotten over it, and so he just doesn't like any James Gunn productions. Just kidding, bad joke. What's up, Nally?
Now that I think about it, I've rewatched a lot of Marvel movies, but I have never rewatched any of the Guardians movies. It is because I hate Chris Pratt, but that's besides the point. My husband's in the back like, it's because you hate Chris Pratt. He's the worst Chris. Okay. But I still watch. Okay, there are other people I don't like in Marvel movies. Like Scarlett Johansson, and I still watched Black Widow and several times. But
Shout
I've
out to-
never watched a Guardians movie.
Shout out to the Mountain for keeping Nolly honest. Like,
Like you know how like in Oz, there's a wizard behind the green screen. Behind my green screen is my husband.
yo, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's difficult for me to just be completely completely dismissive of Guardians of the Galaxy and all of the magic that I believe it brought. I mean, even given Chris, let's not call him that. Giving Quill the whole 80s headset cassette tape, throwback vibe was like a shock of brilliance to me. But we don't gotta sit and debate it. You know what I'm saying? We feel how we feel.
Don't get
They
me
had the
wrong.
best movie soundtrack.
The best soundtracks. I've listened to those soundtracks over and over again, but I've never thought, you know what I want to do? Rewatch the movies.
Oh,
I just listen to the soundtrack.
Fair enough.
Do they add to the storyline? Absolutely. But have I ever felt the need to go and rewatch it? No.
All right. Fair enough.
I guess
Well,
you do have a point. I have seen Dark Knight Rises like multiple times, and I've only seen Guardians of the Galaxy like maybe two times. I think maybe.
Okay, so I'm in the minority on this one. So 3-1. I don't think that Dark Knight Rises is better than Guardians of the Galaxy 1. They're like, I frankly think that it's crazy to think that Dark Knight
I
Rises
just think
is
they
better
have
than
different feels. You know what I'm
I
saying?
hear
And
you.
that could be another thing too. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all about like the moments that like capture you into the movie, and that Guardians of the Galaxy is more of that like uplifting kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and it's got that, and then Dark Knight Rises is like you need to like basically you need to fail to basically rise up again. You know what I'm saying? So it's got that, you know what I mean, that like hardcore just feels to it. So I think that may be why.
All right, well, I don't know. What do y'all think in the comments? Am I the only one? Y'all let me know. It's a good chunk of y'all in the YouTubes, in the Twitters, and in the Facebooks, and all of those good things. What say you guys? The first Guardians of the Galaxy or Dark Knight Rises? Not Dark Knight, okay? Not Heath Ledger's Dark Knight with the Joker, but Dark Knight Rises with Bane, played by one Eddie Brock, if you will. All right, there's that. So let us know what y'all feel about that. Let's go ahead and keep this vibe going. I kind of like where this is going, man. Let's go ahead and keep working with this. So just to kind of let them finish what they were saying, here was the plot of their little plight.
No. Is it better than the original Iron Man? No.
Yes.
No. Yes. Dark Knight Rises is better than the original Iron Man.
Yeah.
Dark Knight Rises is better than the original Iron Man.
Yes. Yes, that movie was boring as fuck.
The original Iron Man? Are you serious?
Now, original Iron Man is better than Iron Man 3.
Yes.
But Dark Knight Rises is better than original Iron Man.
Agreed.
Dark Knight Rises is better than the original Iron Man. Are you serious?
Hold on. The original Iron Man did a lot for comic book movies, right? It is always going to be revered for all of its contributions to the genre. But if we're going to really be honest, they're not really great movies. They're entertaining, they're fun.
Would you go back and rewatch it right now? I mean, that's
hell yes.
No, dude, your ass would
But
fall asleep halfway through.
Yeah.
What? Is this?
I mean, they're fun movies. Again, that if we just doing a comparison, right? I'm not saying they're a bad movie. Iron Man 1 is not a bad movie.
It's not.
It's just not as good as what Christopher Nolan was cooking.
It's
not. My man was.
It's not.
Are we? Oh my God!
Just think about all the powerful moments that you remember from Dark Knight Rises, and then think about what you remember from the first Iron Man movie.
Yeah, what do you remember from the first Iron Man movie?
Okay, let's talk about the first Iron Man movie, where Tony Stark goes into it, billionaire, philanthropist, playboy, who has no regards, no fucks for anything in the entire world. Nothing in the entire world. All right, he's building missiles. He doesn't learn until he's actually put in a position to have to build missiles, that he's been doing some wrong shit based on what he's been doing with his father all these years. And then he actually has to build with nothing himself a suit to get out of Afghanistan, where he's with this dude who shows him how to do it, and he doesn't even make it out. He dies, and he comes out. I am Iron Man. Are you nuts? And then his mentor ends up building a bigger suit. Oh my God! And we get Terrence Howard as Rhodey. We got Rhodey Terrence Howard. Come on, man. When I'm gonna get my
never
Iron
saw
Man
him
suit,
again.
man. I want to see. I need my Iron Man suit, man. Maybe
He
next
was never
time,
in that
man.
suit again. Nope. They were
Bro.
like, we cannot put Terrence Howard in a fucking uniform like that. That is not that man.
No, he wanted more money. That was his problem. And dare I say, he probably could have did Rhodey even better. Maybe. I don't want to sit there and go there, but I'm glad that Rhodey did end up getting going over to Don Cheadle. But I ain't gonna lie, man. You guys are nuts. This is a terrible comparison.
I'm sorry,
Dark
Vince,
Knight Rises did not like nobody. Iron Man started Marvel Studios. Like, we're talking about a movie that didn't damn near have a
thing you're
script.
caping on right now, though. That's the only because that's the literally only thing that has like made his movie even
Are you
close to
serious?
stature.
Is
with
this really
it.
happening?
Yeah.
Is this really happening? Iron Man, who ended up being the hero of all of the Avengers, his origin story was not as good as Bane. As Bane, who's a puppet, who doesn't even have his CPAP off during the daytime.
Bane
It's
was
not
a
even
badass
about
villain.
Bane. It's not even about Bane. It's honestly, I would say the best thing about The Dark Knight Rises was Bruce Wayne's arc, right? Where he was a recluse for 8 years. He came out of retirement. He thought he still had that juice. He thought he still had that sauce. He got humbled and he had to climb his way out of a pit, right? So I would say, you know, it's a similar arc to Iron Man in that regard.
Better. It was way
but
better. Listen,
Nolan did
the
it better.
storyline was way better, Vince. I'm sorry. Okay, the storyline was better than Iron Man's. I'm sorry.
Maybe I'm a little jaded because, and Anthony, I think you probably vibe with me on this. Having actually read the comic where Bane actually broke his back and seeing how long it took Batman to recover, seeing how there was actually a Robin that had to take over for Batman after this, and then seeing him try to jam into a movie where he recovers the same movie where he gets his back broke, it just doesn't really seem like it jives as well as a dude who has nothing in the middle of the desert and is forced to have to build himself out, not to he had to build his own heart. He didn't have a heart. He had to build an armor. He had to in his chest. He had to build himself alive. And y'all are trying to compare this man to a dude who had billions of dollars at his disposal at any time. Are you out your mind? This doesn't make any sense to me. Did I sit at the wrong table? Who are we talking to right now? How can you possibly even compare these two? It doesn't make any sense.
As
One
far
of
as
them is comic
go ahead,
accurate and
Yaz.
one of them is not.
Go ahead, Yaz.
I was gonna say, think about it like this, okay? Batman was literally at his point where he thought, you know what I'm saying, he could have redemption from retiring. And that was completely destroyed. And then he was reborn in darkness, motherfucker, okay? Climbed his way out of this impossible motherfucking pit. This impossible motherfucking pit, okay? Where everybody who was stuck in this bitch couldn't climb out, but one motherfucking person, one who was a fucking child, as a grown-ass man, he climbed himself out of this shit.
When you think about it, it's the same story. Both of them hit rock bottom. Both of them had to climb, but one was done better.
No.
So,
yes, one definitely was done better.
Vince, I get your point as far as it being a comic adaptation, right? Of telling the story of Batman getting his back broken by Bane and
Pause.
I mean, could you blame him?
Yo,
for me.
from a comic adaptation standpoint, Marvel did adapt Iron Man's origin better than they DC adapted Bane's. I'm not disagreeing with you there. But as far as the storyline within it, like this goes into my other conversations I've been having with way too many people about Rings of Power, about people taking a source material and making an adaptation of it, right? Like some people want a one-to-one adaptation. And that's not always what you're gonna get in films, right? And that's okay, right? Like sometimes it's okay to just like be inspired by something and make something wholly original. I don't like everything about The Dark Knight Rises, which is what makes this conversation so fun. However, when you start really comparing it to like from a thematic, from a storytelling, from a cinematography, and from just a complete story or character arc, Dark Knight Rises is so good that other people's best movies don't compare to Christopher Nolan's worst.
Right.
I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know. I'm just saying, like, I'm really taken aback at this because you think they equal each other? William, get the what? Look,
Hold on.
I love my family. I love being able to chat with the clique about this type of thing, even when they're wrong. But I mean, look. All right. Let's
3 against 1. How are we wrong?
I mean,
that's biased.
I have the correct opinion. I have the correct opinion.
He's got the hat, so clearly, you know what I'm saying. But okay, before I continue with this, since we're 3-1 the last 3. Like y'all think you think Dark Knight Rises is better than Ragnarok? All right, you think it's better than it was better than the original then well, I think it's better than. No, it's not better than Civil War.
Nah,
Definitely
no,
not.
now you went too far.
Yeah,
That's not.
You went too
that
far.
shit was nuts.
It would never be
All right,
better
all right.
than Civil War. It wouldn't be better than
Endgame.
Endgame.
Never,
Okay.
not even close.
Infinity War is top tier for me. Infinity War is like the best movie, the best Marvel movie of all time, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh,
Like
100%.
the best. Close second is Across the Spider-Verse. All right, but best and that's MCU versus Sony. So I mean, you can get into the
It counts as a comic book movie.
but top on the Mount Rushmore Marvel goes Infinity War, Across the Spider-Verse, Enter the Spider-Verse, Endgame, and then
everybody else.
I know y'all ain't gonna like this, but I say Spider-Man No Way Home, and that's because I get so many Hey, come on, bro! Are you serious? Come back! Bring your opinion back.
Anthony, leave, please.
Are you
Please
serious?
let him have
Whoa!
Anthony said, "Free me from the shackles and this mess."
He said, when Vince gets struck down by lightning, I don't want to be here. I'm out.
I don't want to be.
Is this happening? I'm not. Wait a minute. What's
I
better
am not
than
guilty
man?
by association? Jesus, do not put that on me. I'm out.
All right, now I know these ain't 2024 movies, but come on, man, come on back. And what Marvel movie, what MCU movie was better than No Way Home? I mean, we get Toby, Andrew, and Tom. We get Jamie. We get Alfred Molina. We get my man that played Green Goblin, Willem Dafoe. We got Zendaya. What's not to love?
You get so many characters. Is that why you're caping for that?
No,
movie
there's
so much?
redemption. The redemption arc. Do we want to go to the box office? Because we can talk numbers.
No.
You want to talk numbers?
No.
Because we can do that.
No. I just don't understand how this got over Winter Soldier. Like it doesn't exist. Like it's a joke to you.
Winter Soldier was a badass
Winter Soldier
movie.
was cute.
Though.
It was great. It was pretty good. Yeah, but I mean,
I don't know how Black Panther didn't into the chat.
Yeah, that's what I said. We
Yeah.
met Black Panther in fucking Winter Soldier. Like what?
Black Panther for sure.
No,
I
that's Civil War.
would
Black Panther.
I would even.
Yeah.
Okay.
No way.
You know what? Let me readjust my list. I will put Black Panther in the place of Endgame.
Okay.
What?
Yes,
Okay,
I will.
Vince.
Yes,
I
I will.
can
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. No, let me tell you why, Nolly. Because you and I both know that they pulled some bullshit in Endgame. And let's not try to sit here and pretend like they didn't. All right, the whole Ant-Man, we're just going to go back to time and then fix all this. And let me fix this real quick. Come on, that is a script.
How else was it?
Let's keep it real. All right. Infinity War didn't have that bullshit. We can't just go back into the 60s and all of a sudden grab something. Like you can do that.
They didn't have the technology. sort of in Infinity War.
But I'm saying like
after.
But I mean, you know how easy it is, Nolly, to say, okay, this happened this way. Let's just go back in time and fix it. Like that's so hacky to me, writing wise. Don't get me wrong. I love the movie with that plot line.
But they didn't change the past. They just went and got some weapons.
They just went and picked some shit up. Like they went to the store. That's it.
I remember I'm going back to the 1964. Y'all need anything right quick? I mean, but that's they floated the idea. They got rid. Why can't we just go back? I mean, remember Rhodey was like, how come we can't just go back to when Thanos was a baby and just wait
a minute? Can we just go back to how No Way Home is on this Mount Rushmore?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
come on, bring me the heat. I'm here for it. Pull up.
How did this get better than Spider-Man 2?
Spider-Man 2 with Alfred
Tobey
Molina
Maguire and Alfred Molina and
Alfred
that
Molina,
whole story arc. Yeah,
I'll tell you why. Because it had Alfred Molina. It had
it
Tobey
didn't
Maguire.
have as good of a story.
It didn't have as good as a story. I mean, but the story. The story.
What are we talking about there?
The Alfred Molina original story with Spider-Man was phenomenal. Don't get me wrong, but there were still holes in that plot as well. I didn't necessarily like the whole mixing around with Mary Jane and Harry. I didn't like that. That was kind of whack to me. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, though, I like Alfred's story. I love when Peter has to save his heroes because ultimately we know Doc Ock was somebody that he ended up getting hella inspired by, and that was all cool and dandy. But the best part about No Way Home is that we get to revisit that. Is that we get to see a budding Alfred Molina, and he is redeemed. and we get to experience a twist because we didn't even know which version of Green Goblin showed up in the future. So yeah, and we get Doctor Strange as well. Not even a comparison. Like, I love the second Spider-Man 2, but this one is better. It's got better graphics, and you get the Andrew Garfield redemption arc where he gets to rescue his Zendaya.
Sounds like you're saying because this movie had all of these characters together, it's a better movie.
Yep.
That's what it sounds like.
Because they got to redeem themselves for the past movies. Basically, that's why that movie specifically was better, because
Not
all the
just that.
Spider-Mans in one movie redeemed themselves and had cameos. It's basically what you're
Not
saying.
just that. It did a mini version of what Avengers did, in that it took what was done before and used all of these elements from all these other movies to create a good movie. And it's not even the final movie of Spider-Man.
So did Civil War.
And that's why it was a good movie. And so Spider-Man, to do that without having the luxury of all of these other Marvel characters, just characters within the Spider-Man universe, and to pull it off in a manner that seems seamless, with the exception of Jamie Foxx's hairline, I think was brilliant. I loved it. I mean, but I'm a homer. I'm a Spider-Man fan first and foremost. You're not going to change my mind about this.
I understand that.
My
I brought up Spider-Man 2.
I love Spider-Man 4.
Out of all of the Tobey Maguire movies, I'm not gonna lie, Spider-Man 2 was my favorite. He is my most disliked Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire is. I can't. His crying, his acting, I cannot do Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
So good.
No, it's not. It's fucking horrible. It makes you feel bad for him. He's a 40-year-old man crying in a fucking spandex costume. It don't look cute. It don't look right. He is not a child.
Have you read the comics? This is a distraught, disturbed.
In the comics, it's cute. In real life, with Tobey Maguire, shit ain't cute.
That's what
I'm
makes
not
it so
watching
good.
that shit.
Tobey Maguire
Get
was
that time
the
back, Vince.
Oh my God. I need a break.
We got to keep going. What's the next comparison?
Yeah, man. Come on, man. Because I'm about to, bro, I done lost weight sweating so much sitting there listening at y'all. All right, let's go ahead and go on to the next one. Whew, Lord have mercy. Y'all gonna give me an aneurysm.
I would rather watch The Dark Knight Rises as a piece of art. I think it is better than the original.
Would you say that it's better than?
It's not more important though. There's a difference.
Is it better than both? Is it better than either Endgame or Infinity War? No.
Infinity War is better than Dark Knight Rises.
Don't do this.
Dark Knight Rises is better than Endgame.
Dark Knight Rises better than Endgame. Who says yes?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
No.
that whole
Okay.
shit out.
We're all in agreement on this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, finally. Okay, yeah. There's no way in hell anybody in their right mind who has any sense about them would rate Rises over Endgame. Point blank, period. If you're in the comments and you think that, please block yourself. All right, we don't need you in our.
I have never rewatched Dark Knight Rises and cried like a baby. Have I gotten high and rewatched Infinity War and Endgame and sob about how the cinema and Marvel will never top this? Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
What part do you cry at, Nali?
In Infinity War, when people start disappearing, I start tearing up. In Endgame, when people start showing up and shit starts clicking, I get overwhelmed, and then they just start. And I'm like, this is embarrassing, but I'm gonna start crying.
For me, it's
Sorry,
Nali,
Nolly, I'm right there with you. Okay.
for me, Nali, it's when Okoye, Shuri, and T'Challa walk through the portals, and they're the first ones you see.
And then you hear the other port.
Ibabe. Yeah, man, that was it for me, bro. When you see everybody pulling up, and not to mention how dope it was for Cap to be so desolate. He was not right. That was like the worst part. Like, he was going down. There was a chip in his armor. He was not about to make it, bro. And they pulled up on him right in the nick of time, just right before the Hadouken, bro.
And then the shoot assemble.
Oh my God. And then remember the theaters? Remember seeing all the footage of it's like a championship game. Like, yo, when he caught a millionaire, bro.
And I will watch that clip every time it comes up on TikTok or whatever. I will watch the clip of the theater reacting to Cap City Assemble. Chills every fucking time. A Marvel movie has not done that for me since. Literal chills. Goosebumps thinking about it right now. Like,
yeah, no, so am I. Like, shit, you're right.
Yo, and remember this, Nolly. Avengers! Assemble.
Scream every time. Every time. Every time.
Little kid in my life, bro.
Every time.
From the moment Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America squatted up with Thanos just sitting there waiting for the smoke, like from that moment in the movie on, I'm here. There's nothing I can do. I'm going to be sitting down. The next hour of my life is devoted to this movie. And this is what I talk about rewatchability. This is what I'm describing, right? Like, can you, if it's on, can you get up and walk away, right?
True. Very good. Okay, so of our favorite movies, clearly of 2024, Avengers Endgame is on the list.
Yes, I've watched it like 5 times this year.
We're just gonna take this 2024 part off. We're just gonna talk about our favorite choice. All right, man. This is what's next. What else are we talking about here? Oh no, I lost the screen.
Dark Knight Rises is better than Avengers Endgame.
I think my hottest take about it is that it's not better. Dark Knight Rises is not better than the first Avengers.
All right, come on.
I don't think it is.
I don't think Dark Knight Rises is better than Avengers Ultron.
Whoa.
Oh,
wow. Whoa.
That's my
Definitely not.
Let me think about this.
No. You already know, Vince. You already know what I'm going to say.
Yaz is the Uber Ultron stan. So I don't need to ask you your opinion on this. Yaz, we know ain't nobody over Ultron. Yaz sleeps in Ultron pajamas. We get it. But for everybody else, like,
What?
Nah, yo, I don't know, man. Ultron was probably the worst Avengers movie. I hate to say it, Yaz, but Ultron was, I mean, to be in a position to have one of your own creations be the biggest villain, and I mean, we love Jarvis, but just to watch him turn into Ultron and
I'm sorry. That was like the biggest plot twist.
He should have waited. They should have waited to do Ultron when they got the rights to do mutants. Like, I feel like it would have gone better instead of being like, oh, the specials, and then we kill one off in the same movie when we just got them.
Yeah.
And like, yes, it's evolved so many things since then, but I think we could have waited on Ultron, maybe a couple of more movies down the line. Okay. But I'm gonna need great value Winston Duke to bring it back, because what you mean? What did he say? He said it was better than what? Stop.
Great value Winston Duke.
Tell me you don't look at him. It's given. Tell me
I don't know. I can't rewind it, so we may have to watch it over again, man. But yo, that great value Winston Duke has got me dead. But we'll go back to the tape. Let's see what they talk about, Nolly. You so serious.
Which Marvel movies is Dark Knight Rises better than? Is it better than Black Panther?
Yes.
Is it better than Civil War?
Whoa!
Throw this man away.
Yeah, for real.
Throw this man away. Put him in the trash.
Whoa!
We're done. And this, he has no credibility.
Dark Knight Rises is better than Black Panther? Maybe Wakanda Forever. Not even Wakanda Forever.
No.
Nah. Dark Knight Rises doesn't scale to be in that category. So nah, bro. Sorry, light-skinned dude.
Dark Knight Rises is better than Civil War.
Yes.
I don't know.
No.
You see the enthusiasm in his voice? Yes.
Yeah. What's it? We need to find out his handle.
He's holding the fucking Nerf gun too.
Hey, let's all follow him so we can block him. So let's follow him and unfollow him. Let's give him a rise and a drop real quick. All right, what else? We've gone over some of these.
I can't co-sign that, big brother. Is it better than Winter Soldier?
No.
Y'all agree with that? This is the one that I was in the minority on. I think that Winter Soldier.
You bet.
Well,
Just
see,
keep
now
going,
you
Vince.
you
Just
just
keep
like
going.
Bucky. Okay, we get it. You know what I'm saying? You like Sebastian
No,
Stan.
I mean,
No, it's not even about that. That movie was great. The tone,
It was
it
good.
was a great movie.
introduction to characters,
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
that was peak. That was when Marvel was in its bag.
Yeah.
When Marvel
Okay.
had nobody
Oh,
to
yeah.
go against, and so they was doing whatever the fuck they wanted, and they was doing it right.
Okay. All right. Fair
Just
enough.
think about it this way, Vince. The reason why that movie slapped was because we got introduced to Bucky when he was going into war. Then he
True.
disappeared. We all thought he was dead. He came back and he was a
That is
fucking
true.
this nigga was a
He-
fucking Hydra assassin, bro. Like
That is true.
straight murking fucking leaders of the world and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they had his ass on radar, but didn't even like know how to catch him. So yeah, that's
Our
and
first
then
introduction to
T'Challa
Black
came in. He killed T'Challa's dad and shit.
That's where I was about to go.
The whole bomb happened and shit at the nations. Like that shit was that literally was the turning point for the MCU, literally with the government. That's how everything with like fucking and Civil War started, if you really think about it, because of that explosion. So I mean that was a pivotal fucking moment.
I was about to say, I think that the big takeaway from me from Winter Soldier was the introduction of Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa.
That was in Civil War. That was Civil War. Winter Soldier was just Bucky and Cap. It was just them going hand to hand.
Oh, I'm sorry. Damn. Wait a minute.
Oh yeah, no, you're right.
Wait a minute. Didn't Bucky? No.
No Black Panther and Winter Soldier. No Black Panther and
Bucky
Winter
kill T'Chaka?
That was in Civil War. He was
That was in
framed
Civil
for
War?
murdering him. And
So how
in Winter Soldier, it was just about the Winter Soldier coming out of wherever he was in retirement and causing mayhem and the collapse of Shield. Remember, Shield used to be a thing.
Oh, right.
The Winter Soldier was the last movie with Shield. Remember the elevator scene where Cap was like handling everybody, and that was Winter Soldier.
Yes. Okay.
So all of that happened in Winter Soldier. So I need you. I'm gonna need y'all to go back and rewatch that movie.
So Winter Soldier. Okay, so how did it end?
Giving out homework today.
How did it end?
It ended with them fighting on the helicarrier and the helicarrier crashing on into this ocean or whatever in Washington D.C.
So why is Bucky still a Winter Soldier in Civil War? Wait.
He's not. Baron Zemo started saying those words, those trigger words that So Hydra was using the trigger words in the second movie to control the Winter Soldier, so that because they infiltrated Shield and they were going to they were going to do a coup on the country and just take over from the inside with all of the helicarriers. They had like 3 or 4 helicarriers.
In the end, they were exposed.
They were exposed and Shield was dismantled. Civil War started with Bucky in hiding and Baron Zemo discovering the keywords that Hydra used to control Bucky. So he infiltrated the Shield prison that Bucky was held, said the words, and then set him loose against the Avengers.
Oh wow! Holy shit! Yeah, I'm far removed. I had merged those two movies. I hate when I do that. Like when
is one good, great story. That's what happens when you do great storytelling. It's like Infinity War and Endgame. It's almost hard to separate the two for some people.
Yeah.
Winter Soldier, Civil War, the way the Russos handled these movies, because to me, all of these movies, and Joss Whedon gets a little bit of credit too, are Captain America stories. These are all Avengers 1 is a Captain America story. Winter Soldier, Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame. These are heavy Captain America stories, and I'm here for it.
Pull up, Lisa. Okay, all right. Well, thank you for the course correction. Let's see what else. Let's get caught back up.
Is it better than Thor Ragnarok? Is Dark Knight Rises better than Thor Ragnarok?
I think it depends on the day for that one, though.
Yeah.
Because it depends on what mood you're in.
I think I'll give. I don't remember what I said before, but I think I'll give Dark Knight Rises over Ragnarok. Even though I am one of the few people I think that will cape for Tessa Thompson's role as a Valkyrie.
No, you are not.
I'm not okay. All right. I saw a lot of people dragging her, and I didn't appreciate it. I mean, I know, she's got her background.
Our Valkyrie,
Okay.
loved, but is it better than Dark Knight Rises?
Okay, all right, fair enough.
If Love and Thunder hadn't come out, I'd still give it. You know that we look at the Thor movies a little bit different now because
they went
3
too
out of
crazy.
4 of them are cheap.
Okay, is it better than Guardians of the Galaxy 1?
No.
Is it better than the original Iron Man?
No.
Yes.
No.
Dark Knight Rises is better than the original Iron Man.
I would rather, I would rather watch The Dark Knight Rises as a piece of art. I think it is better than the original.
Okay, all right. I think we have to stop watching this because I don't want to get too angry at that opinion again because I still don't understand how y'all think that Dark Knight Rises is better than Iron Man. Like that just does not make any sense. But we won't go back there. We won't go back there.
But told better.
I was about to say,
Dark Knight Rises was not better
let's see how
told.
they hold up now, Vince. That's the ultimate
not.
test.
Dark Knight Rises was not better. Dark Knight Rises was not better. Okay, let me ask you this: Was Dark Knight Rises better than Dark Knight?
No.
Okay.
No. Not at all.
Thank you. Okay. Was Dark Knight
What do you
Rises
mean? You
better
have
than
to
Batman?
lecture in a nurse costume. Like, come on, you can't get any better than that. Okay, like,
Was
stop.
Dark Knight Rises better than Batman Begins?
No.
Yeah. I would say
Yes,
Batman
John?
Begins was way better. No, Batman Begins was better.
You think? Okay, so you agree? And saying
Batman Begins was better. I love Ra's al Ghul. I love Liam Neeson, and I love that whole Bruce Wayne. Like for the first hour of the movie, we didn't get Batman. We got Bruce Wayne turning into Batman. I loved all of that.
I love this. I loved the Scarecrow.
Yeah, Cillian Murphy.
I honestly think that the Scarecrow element made the movie 10 times better. When you saw Batman after he threw that toxic dust, and you see all the flames, and you see and how everybody in the city once the gas is released starts seeing everything all fucked up. Like that was dope. I love that element. So I put cool. Batman Begins. I put it Dark Knight Rises, Batman Begins, Dark Knight, Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises, in that order.
That's fair.
But enough of those are some of our favorite movies of all time. Damn the 2024 part. What about this year in terms of shows that we've watched? All right. This year has been a pretty good treasure trove of
I would say
decent
From
shows.
was our favorite show this year.
From you think was your favorite show? Better than Rings of Power?
Better than movies this year, if I can say that.
You think shows were better than movies this year? What would you put on your 2024 Mount Rushmore of TV shows?
Shogun.
Okay. Well, hold on.
Yes.
Ant's got something to say.
It's simple. Penguin.
Okay.
Penguin.
Oh God.
And Penguin.
Come on, man.
Okay.
It's all Penguin.
Holly, what's yours?
For real? Is how you feel?
X-Men 97.
Oh, well, hold on. Well, we'll separate. We want to separate the animated shows from because I don't think that's fair.
I don't think we could. I think there's not enough good shows
Animated.
to separate all of them.
You don't think so?
I think my top would be Shogun.
Okay.
Definitely Penguin.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. I kind of really loved Fallout.
I loved it.
It was one of the better adaptations we've gotten of things. And then for them to drag it out in a TV show, perfect choice because a movie wouldn't have been enough. I thought Fallout was amazing. Arcane, for sure.
Yes.
Arcane is definitely up there.
How many people are on your Mount Rushmore?
I had 4 so far, right? 4 so far?
Okay, So right now we've got Arcane, Fallout, Shogun,
Penguin,
and Penguin. You want to do top 5?
Shit, that's hard. Come back to me. Let me think about it.
We will come back to you. All right, we have Anthony who says Penguin was number 1, and number 2 was Penguin. Number 3
all right. All jokes aside, definitely Penguin, definitely Blue Eyed. Well, no animated.
Well,
No,
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Let me ask y'all. Let me have this conversation with y'all. And now that you just kind of tapped into this as well, I didn't think that it was fair for me to put like Penguin up against Arcane. You know what I'm saying? Because like Penguin can't do the same thing Arcane can. I don't think it's fair for me to put like From versus the Vox Machina. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was figuring maybe separate the animated, but y'all think it's fair to put them all in the same category?
I think it's fair because honestly, Arcane, if you think about it, gave what Penguin gave in terms of storytelling, character development, and everything. The ride that we took, it gave the same as just animated.
Okay, all right. Well, you know what? Scrap what I say. All right. Top 5 2024 point blank period. We've got Nolly's top 4. I don't know if they're in the right order. I want to know what your number 1 is, everybody. Right now, I think I have an idea of what Ant's is, but Ant, you were in the middle of saying?
If it's just live action, I like Penguin. I really enjoyed Rings of Power. I really enjoyed Three Body Problem because that one snuck up on me.
Yes, Three Body Problem was crazy. I don't think we should have done a deep dive on that one.
I need to watch it. I need to read the book.
Wow.
For sure.
I love how your mind works.
I'm trying to figure out my last 2, but those are definitely my top 3.
You're not putting From on your list. That's crazy to me.
You know, and it's because of how good of a year of TV this was, right? Like Three Body Problem and From is not in the same room.
Wow.
I think X-Men probably rounds up my top 5, I think.
X-Men 97, right? Okay. All right. So yours is Nolly. I'm trying to keep track of these. Nolly
I'm gonna put mine in the chat for everybody to see.
Okay,
Shogun,
you did.
Penguin, Fallout, Arcane, and X-Men.
All right, so Nolly, and then we got Ant says Penguin, and Penguin with the side of Now he said Rings of Power.
Blue Eye Samurai.
He said Three Body Problem. Blue Eye Samurai.
Three Body Problem coming back for another season, or did Netflix do that stupid shit?
Nah, it's coming back. They got sometimes I forget some of the times this stuff happens. I met the creators and they told me it was coming back.
Of course you met the creators.
Oh, okay. So it says that it'll return for.
Did you meet them in person or?
In person, yeah. At a event in New York, Soho House, I think.
Wow, man. I can't wait for Nolly to get up there to join you with this stuff, man. Anyway. All right. So now Ant has Penguin, Rings of Power, Three Body Problem, and Blue Eyed Samurai. Did I miss anything?
X-Men 97.
X-Men. Oh, we didn't have you on here for the X-Men 97 talk. That was a really good talk we had for each of those episodes, and we even had one of the you know what I'm saying? one of the characters on the show for a little bit, but that's another subject. Yaz, have we gotten your list yet? Do we have any idea what say top 5 2024 is for Yaz, just in the realm of TV productions or streaming or whatever?
So I think my top would be, all right, so it would be definitely Shogun would be my number 1.
Oh wow, okay.
It was just so beautifully done. Like I couldn't resist that. I cannot wait for season 2. I'm not gonna lie. Or for the new adaptation with, I'm saying, the new Samurai. So I'm excited. I love it. So Shogun's my top. Then I would do probably Blue Eyes Samurai next. Because it was just so gas. Oh my gosh, the animation was so good to me. I couldn't resist. And then Rings of Power. And my last one, or no, that's 3. So then I would do From, because for me, I jumped on this year. Remember, you know what I'm saying? I joined the bandwagon this year. So for me, that's mine. And then the last one, I would definitely have to say Arcane, because it just, God, it slapped. So those are mine. I mean, I love Vox Machina, but I don't know. It just, this year didn't hit like all the other years did. I mean, the endings and shit was it was fucking great. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I had to rewatch all of them because I was just so busy while I was trying to watch them, and usually that's not a normal thing for me. So, but yeah, those are mine.
Okay, all right. So I've got for Yaz Shogun, Blue Eyed Samurai, From season 3, and Arcane. Rings of Power. Okay, Rings of Power, and
From and then Arcane.
and then Arcane. Okay, all right. Now, these looking kind of similar, so I think that this is gonna work out just fine for us. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Mine look similar as well. With a couple of differences. So I also have Penguin, Arcane, and X-Men 97 on my top 5 list, but I, unlike Yaz, did include Vox Machina on mine because it's just so good. It's just so good. I mean, it's just so entertaining. It's the only show that I don't mind when they break into musical performance. It's like when little man comes out with the little Scanlan comes on with the little guitar, he starts singing them songs. Bro, I'm here for it, bro. I'm here for it. So I mess with that. This one is gonna be a little. You're probably gonna be a little surprised about this one, but I liked Agatha. I actually didn't think Agatha.
Okay.
I liked where they went with it. I hated it from the beginning. But I grew to have some respect for the way that they took the story from the whole WandaVision era to the end, now introducing a new hero who's probably going to be one of the leaders of the Young Avengers, to showing us that a villain can end up being a prominent member of the story. It doesn't have to be made into a hero because she still killed motherfuckers. All right. And just the whole entire twist, the avenue, the everything that I hated about it, they explained it away. Oh, why did the CGI look so bad? Because he was in a dreamlike state. He wasn't used to making his own world. He didn't even realize that he had the capability of doing the same stuff Wanda did with her mind, with Westview, that he did with the Witch's Road. So the layers of elements underneath that surface that exist with Agatha's story, I think were worth watching. Now, there's some others. If we went to top 10, I'd probably start listing stuff y'all ain't watched, like Hellbound, Monkey, what's the show we love, Yaz, on Hulu? Monkey, Hit Monkey.
Hit Monkey.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all need to watch Hit Monkey. That shit's still hilarious. Jason Sudeikis, even old girl from Saturday Night Live has jumped in on this one. I forget, man. I'm bad with names. Y'all know Leslie. What's the name?
Comedians.
Yeah, I'm bad with that. Leslie Jones. So yeah, man, I think that was good. There was a show called I would put From on the top 10 list. I'd also put a show called Hellbound. I don't know if y'all seen that, but there's a show called Hellbound.
Okay, I wasn't sure if we were including foreign TV because when the
that was good.
When the first season dropped, my friends and I were like, we binged the whole first season. It was like 3:00 in the morning when we finished, and we were like,
"Yo,
there's season 2. Season 2 dropped. Beautiful."
Yes. For those who are not in on Hellbound, I'm gonna take us too dark down a road if we're not familiar with it. But the easiest way I could describe it is it's a world where when you go to hell, you don't just die. Like the demons, they come and they take you to hell. Not only they take you to hell, they tell you in advance. They give you what's called a what is it? A decree. You get a decree, and like this ghost face shows up out of nowhere. Like you might be in the morning just sitting there brushing your teeth. Oh, I gotta go to work today. Then you look behind you, and it's a ghost face. It's like, in 2 days, 2 days at 3:00, and you be like, fuck. You know what I'm saying, man? Come on, man. And so you got like 2 days to live. And so what do you do at that time? And then when it happens, they start making a spectacle out of it because like 3 demons will come up from wherever, and then they'll come beat the shit out of you and then burn you to hell. And so what they do is they start arranging public execution type like thing. Like, okay, old boy's gonna die today at 3:00. You coming to the thing, but then they start controlling people. Like, oh well, there's a certain group of. All right, I said I wasn't gonna go too deep into it, and clearly I went directly deep into it.
so very, very good.
It's just
If
a good.
there's one thing that Koreans and Japanese people do great is horror themes. I feel like in America, everything's like super watered down and repetitive, but they come up with some stories that I'm like, and so we're not sleeping tonight. That's fine. But Hellbound is amazing.
Yeah, I won't spend too much time trying to talk you up on it. Just know that if you did give it a chance, there's a couple folks here that have given it a chance that think that it's worth your time. You might feel different. I don't know. But that's my little list. It looks like we have a lot of interest. I'm still shocked at y'all for not loving Machina as much as I do. But
you know what I think happened? That this year was kind of a lot going on.
Yeah, they threw it in there too much shit.
Threw it at us, and I
Mhm.
wasn't like mentally prepared. I'd forgotten about it between other things that were dropping.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like as in my face as the other 2 seasons were. Hellbound is on Netflix.
Netflix, 2 seasons,
And
6 episodes.
I was like, what is going on? I forgot all about it. And then by the time I got to it, I was like, I got to rewatch this because I don't recall what happened.
You know, I will say that. Oh wow, yo, thank you, Darth. I forgot about Moon Girl. I'm gonna keep it real though.
I can't believe they canceled it.
Yeah, they canceled it.
Believe, but
watch this though. Watch this. You can't believe they canceled it. Did you watch season 2?
I didn't finish it yet.
That's why.
Stop judging, man. In judgmental eyes.
We listen and we don't judge.
I mean, that's why
how we are judging you for putting Spider-Man 2 on your mount. What?
Right. Thank you.
Bring that old shit, man. Come on, man. I mean, I did give the judgmental eyes, but I didn't finish it either, Nolly. I mean, Moon Girl was everything we wanted in the series, and we didn't watch it, which is why it didn't get picked back up. You know, so we have nobody to blame but ourselves. As angry as we were,
we have to think about marketing, right? Like
that part.
We knew season 1 was coming.
That's true.
There was nothing real, and I'm chronically online, and I'm
100%.
always engaging with Disney, Marvel, things like that. So these things pop up on my timeline. But if you're not marketing things, people are not going to know. People are not going to watch, and then that's why when shit flops, and then they want to blame people for not watching. But it's like you couldn't spend a couple of bucks on some ads, for people, so that they know that things are coming up. Like, also,
100%.
we haven't talked about many of them, but I like Apple TV had some hits.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They had some hits for sure.
Yes, like Shrinking. Have you guys seen Shrinking on Apple TV? Has anyone been watching that?
Yeah, with Jason. Yeah,
dude, that's been a really good, and Harrison Ford is also in that shit, and it's a really good show.
Yeah.
Like if you guys haven't been watching it, it's a good mental health break. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny.
From
I didn't
it's
watch
really
it, but the wife watches. I like Monarch this year. I know we didn't
Monarch
talk
was
about
good.
it as much, but I liked the adaptation, and it's difficult to make a show about Godzilla without Godzilla. And I think that they pulled it off pretty well. So I like that. I still can't get behind that invasion show. It was trash. I hate how they dragged us through.
It was
all
so
those
good.
people. Man, fuck that show, and fuck them trying to make me feel bad about somebody's divorce in the middle of an alien invasion. Okay, I don't need that in my life. Like, are we running or not? Like, I don't need to know if you get in the papers. Get the fuck out of here, man. They tried to make a soap opera alien drama, and I'm not here for it. Like, you got to do it better than that. I'm sorry. I don't want to see a dude getting bullied, and he's also running from aliens unless he has a gun. And nah, man, come on, man. I don't have time for that. Hellbound is on Netflix. I think we might have said that already. Sorry, my bad. Dark Matter. I've heard about Dark Matter. But the thing that fucked me up about Dark Matter is I heard that there's 2 versions of it, right? Like there's like the CW FX version, and then there's like the new
It's not the same story though. It's just the same title.
Okay, so I'm hearing that the updated one, the most recent one, is actually worth your time though. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Darth has Darth is in all caps right now. So hold on a second. Let me let this man cook real quick. I'm gonna try to channel his feelings. Season 2 had next to no marketing, and yet they want to blame us for not watching. It was a conspiracy against Moon Girl because they didn't want to play Raphael Sadiq worth his worth for the gems he was giving us. He's cooking right now. Yo, conspiracy, maybe not, but lack of effort, lack of any type of consideration for how to get into the spaces of people who actually will watch this show. I mean, you got Lawrence Fishburne. You know what I'm saying? Who was in the cast? Like, this cast was sick, and there are people that we recognize. Let me just go back to this real quick. I ain't gonna spend too much time on this, but let's just because Moon Girl is gone and it was a show. Oh snap! Yo, we should watch. We should watch some others. I got an idea for the next few segments of the show. But check out who is attached to the Moon Girl project. Let me go ahead and pull this up on the screen if it's okay for y'all real quick. And I do like to use IMDb when I can because I think that they tend to be fairly accurate. But let's just see if I can pull this up here and make it smooth with this whole thing right here.
So while you're looking for that, Vince, did you guys see Bad Monkey on Apple TV?
Nah.
Bad Monkey?
Yeah, with Vince Vaughn.
Nah.
And it had damn, I can't remember what that freaking actress's name in it.
Yvette Nicole Brown was in Moon Girl.
Who?
Yvette Nicole Brown.
Yvette, yeah, well,
yeah, she was.
She did. She said she filmed a voice. She did a voice, but I don't know if that voice ever. My daughter watched it. We were waiting for her role as the mayor, and we didn't ever. Did it show up? Was it there?
She's the school principal, Principal
She
Brown.
was a principal. Oh, okay. Well, yo, like these are some of the folks attached to this project. Not to mention, like you said, like the soundtrack was dope. I mean, if you let it love it, then now you know, girl, magic, magic. Don't you know, baby? All right, sorry. Well, me and my daughter, we dressed up as Moon Girl, so I'm sorry, I might be a little biased on that behalf, but yeah, I thought Moon Girl was dope. All right, well, let's go ahead and keep this moving, man. We're having a good little time right here, discussing some of these projects. What else is going on in the world? So here's something that quick shameless plug. I told y'all I did go dressed as Moon Girl. Here's me, and y'all tell me what y'all thought about our little cosplay right here, man. This me and a little baby. I'm gonna say did a little cosplay right quick there. See what y'all think. Oh, where'd it go?
Not you lost.
Hey, that's how you hear that? Oh, you shouldn't, because I don't want us to get canceled. All right, here it is. It's us, y'all. What y'all think? Hey, that's Lil Keith, and then I'm the dinosaur. This is nobody really, and many have met us up there, and he had my dinosaur outfit kept deflating, so half the time I had to keep. Yeah,
that was at MegaCon, right? When we were all there.
Yeah, that was we all met there. Nolly was there and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I had to do all this. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of crazy. So yeah, we did a little.
Yeah, that was really funny. You were playing the soundtrack inside of it, and little dinosaur noises going down the aisles and stuff. You had
I had the Jurassic Park. Yeah, man. I tried. I mean, our days of MegaCon are coming down. Because she wants to bring her friends now, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's a whole
good luck with that one.
Yeah, it's the whole thing. Well, guys, we now know what our favorite shows of this year were. Do we want to do the movies? Because I don't even remember. Do we remember movies from this year? Because I'm gonna keep it real. I didn't see but a handful of movies.
Same. We saw Deadpool and Wolverine.
Deadpool.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it. Deadpool. I did see. What'd you say?
Dune.
Did Dune? That was the second one. Rebel Moon re-released its second installment.
That was not good.
You can talk about it.
Watch it.
But what I did see was A Quiet Place, the prequel.
I love The Quiet Place.
And I did think that was fairly decent. Great. Maybe a little short of great, but decent. It was a great performance by Lupita. I know that much.
100%. She gave.
So I'll give her just.
You what?
But, I'll give her that.
They didn't have no competition this year. This year was so light that it really stood out.
Yeah,
it got to the point we were looking at movies like Long Legs, like, oh man. No offense to Long Legs, it's just that it wouldn't have gotten the same amount of attention had it been, any other year.
I do think that yeah, Long Legs was. I think 2004 was a good year for M. Night Shyamalan. If we,
oh yeah,
Trap.
Yep,
I will never look at Josh Hartnett the same again. I don't trust him. Don't trust him at all.
I was like, oh my god.
Trap was great, but he also had another movie, Watchers, with Dakota Fanning.
That's
yeah,
his
people don't
daughter's
talk about that.
movie.
Yeah,
His daughter's movie, right? But like, I think that family they're coming back.
This man breeds talent.
He does.
He did Caddo Lake too, right?
Caddo Lake too.
Yeah,
He
Caddo
produced
Lake,
that
yep.
one. He didn't write it though.
Did his
but-
daughter help him on that one?
Nah, Caddo Lake was all those other people, this directing duo, but he produced it. But the Watchers was solid. I just saw that on the
It was. I anticipated what it would be about once it started, but I enjoyed how they carried it out. It was great.
I like the way that she's like, first off, bro, your first movie, that is a phenomenal first
100%.
effort. Right? Like a lot of people stumble on their first movie. She took the ball and ran with it. And then she's taken a lot of the stuff that she gets from her dad, and she's doing it, in my opinion, similar, I won't say better, but similar to when he first started, right? Like when he first started, it was like, whoa.
His Signs era. Signs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so can I real quick? I like to do this sometimes with directors and producers. So now that we have a body of work from M. Night Shyamalan, can we name what are M. Night Shyamalan's, like what are things that you see in a movie or a production that make you know this is an M. Night Shyamalan production? Like I can tell you when I watch Luke, what'd you say?
His cameo.
His cameo. I was like, what the? What are we going? That's dark. Yeah, kind of. Okay. So his cameo, he does a cameo. Does he always do a cameo? I know he was in Unbreakable and
he was in Trap, and he was in Signs, and he was in Sixth Sense.
Okay, all right.
He be showing up. No, The Watchers he co-produced with his daughter. So yeah, they were both on it. That was good. Knock at the Cabin was not great, but The Watchers was great.
Like gold.
In M. Night Shyamalan movies, I always know that. Well, I always expect that before the end of the movie, something's going to be revealed that makes me know that everything that I thought was what it was isn't what it was.
Yep. Yeah. Like The Village.
Yeah, like The Village. Oh, why is it that I feel like I'm the only one who respected The Village?
So it's funny because I saw The Village at a drive-in movie theater. So we were in the middle of the woods, pitch black, and I was freaking out. I was like, oh my God, this is terrifying. And then I was like, this son of a bitch.
I don't even know. The Village is such a crazy twist. I don't even want to tell. Like I don't even want to give it away. Like if you take the time to watch The Village, then you deserve the payoff of seeing how it ends. So, but yeah, that was one of my first M. Night Shyamalans where I ain't gonna lie. At the end of it, Nolly, I had to. I was like, oh.
Yes.
I was like, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me this whole time? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry. We being cryptic as hell. Sorry, y'all in the comments, man. What's up in the comment?
He also has one movie that doesn't really have a twist, The Lady in the Water, and I love that movie. Like I bought the DVD. Like that was such a good movie.
Paul Giamatti.
So good.
Yeah, Lady in the Water, and that was I think that came right after Sixth Sense.
Yes,
So,
it came like right after Sixth Sense in The Village.
Yeah. What's up, Yaz?
I'll say before we wrap up, like once we're done with this, before we wrap up on like the 2024 movies, there were a couple of more still on the list that were like pretty decent movies. So, for example, Fall Guy was not that bad with Ryan Gosling and what you call it, and Emily Blunt. Emily Blunt. And then Twisters.
Yo, I saw Twisters.
I don't even like the first one. but I love the second one.
I didn't hate it. I want to say I liked it. I think I liked it. I mean, it wasn't the first one. I think the only thing, spoiler alert, the only thing, and I'm not going to tell too much, but the only thing that I think that I was a little thrown off with was I expected them to tie the two twisters together. They did, but they did it with such a thin string. You know what I'm saying? Like the girl who's the star of Twisters is basically like the daughter of one of the side characters from the original Twisters. So it's not like Bill Paxton or Helen Hunt, their original characters, which were dominant in that first one. But it was good.
No,
and I
they
mean,
still had the red truck. They still had Dorothy. You know what I'm saying?
They had Dorothy.
I don't even really like. My husband is a diehard Twister, like original Twister fan movie, and I don't even like the original. But the second one, I will definitely rewatch that shit.
Why don't you like the original?
It's so boring to me. I fall asleep every fucking time I watch that movie.
You know what?
I don't know, man. I just cannot. I don't know what it is about that fucking movie. I think it's because I've seen it so many times. My husband loves it. I can't stand it. It's like
what
the disdain that Anthony has for James Gunn. I have it for Twister. It's just what it is. Okay, we're just gonna let that one the fuck go. Okay, that's how it is.
Shout out to Mr. Young Dome. Shout out to Mr. Young Dome. I watched Outer Range, and that, if you think From is a mind fuck, holy shit, this shit is a mind fuck, bro. This with Josh Brolin, and they're in some place out in, I want to say Wyoming, and some time traveling hole keeps popping up it's crazy. It's crazy, but it feels like it's trying to be dark, and it's not dark. And by dark, I mean the actual show called Dark, where you can't change whatever it is you want to in time by going back in time. All you do is cement what you are, what ends up happening. So I think that's good. Yeah, I think that Lisa, I agree with you. There weren't that many movies this year. There weren't a lot of blockbusters. I mean, Deadpool was the big breakout Marvel Jesus cinematic, and then it's so sad to see Aaron Taylor. I don't know what's going to happen with this man's career. Like, I mean, he was Quicksilver.
His wife is director. He is fine. Okay,
he's fine. He's going to be in 28 years later.
Thank you. He's fine.
Yeah, he's in 28 years later. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire came out this year.
It did. That was all right. That was all right.
It wasn't bad, I guess.
It wasn't.
The best we could say. It wasn't bad.
I mean, that's all I can say. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, it was not bad. I really had higher hopes for it. I think that the way most of us that watched it walked away thinking that the villain did not get enough stage time in the movie, and that would have made for a much better movie. They built up this bad villain, and then it didn't really hit. So other than that, I think it was dope.
Also, that was the last 2024 good movie.
Rebel Moon,
Rebel Ridge.
Rebel Ridge. Yeah, I still ain't seen that.
Vince.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You were fucking waiting for us to watch it. I can't. Oh my god.
Yeah.
You're the Marvel guy that had like his name is Marvel in the fucking chat right now.
But Rebel Ridge don't got shit to do with those. Rebel Ridge is completely. It's just a one-off movie. It's
Aaron Pierre in it. You were caping for him for Green Lantern, and you didn't watch the movie that got him that shit.
Rebel Ridge is not in the MCU. I'm not tripping. I mean, it feels like a thirst trap. The more I know Ty said I should watch it because it's just a good movie. It
wasn't a thirst trap. It was a really good. Like the storyline was good.
It's like watching a movie with what's that one girl that was Sydney Sweeney or whatever. Like.
Nah, man. Just think of it as a watered down Punisher, and that's Rebel Ridge.
Is watered down Punisher?
Yeah.
Well, I would watch a black led Punisher.
Yeah, he's like a black.
What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for me to put down my controller and
so
watch a movie because I'm just
2024 was a good year for games.
Video games. Yeah. Okay, what games was you talking about, Nolly? We can end on that. And by the way. In the world of games, and Ant, you please chime in on this as well. Most recently, I think I mentioned this at the top of the show. The Witcher 4
trailer drop
is coming back. Yeah. Yo, I'm geeked. Witcher is one of them games. It takes like 3 years to beat, but I'm here for it. I'm 100% here for it.
I just wanted to just finish my little movies thing real
Oh,
quick.
please, yes, please. Before we get off the movies, come on.
Yeah, so Deadpool and Wolverine, Dune, Civil War stuck with me. I like Civil War.
I did like.
Oh man, that you know what?
Yeah.
Can I? If you're easily triggered, can you watch that? Nah.
What do you mean by easily triggered? By like politics?
Like trauma wise and,
Yeah, I
and
would say past trauma. No,
I wouldn't say it has any of that. Nah. It's not that kind of stuff. Because one thing is, they did really well with Civil War was they were ambiguous, right? Like you don't really know if it's left or right. You don't know if it's about being black or white. It's none of that is the issue. It's just about what part of America are you from? Like that and even that. It really toes the line with defining what people's views are. So that was one of the things that I liked about it. So Civil War stood out to me. I'm very, very, very surprised. I'm going to say this, and I know Ty is going to have a conniption somewhere. I actually like the 688.
688.
The new 688, the new Tyler Perry movie on Netflix.
Oh yeah, no, I mean we don't not like Tyler Perry. I don't not like. I think the issue isn't that we don't like Tyler Perry. I think Ty's issue is that he's not using his studio to make other movies, and there's an article about that. But go ahead, man. There's nothing wrong with that.
Nah,
and,
that movie.
And just so you know, Ant, I talked to Ty yesterday, and he recommended that movie.
Yeah, yeah. That movie surprised the heck out of me. I put it on. I didn't expect to like it. I actually probably walked in not wanting to like it, and then it changed my mind. I walked away like this wasn't bad. This was actually a solid ensemble film.
I don't know why you would think it would be bad.
I'm not a huge Tyler Perry fan because of the the more common types of storytelling he uses and repeats in his films. I almost sometimes feel like I'm watching the same movie, with just different cast. But this was a very, very, very different movie. And as a director, the 688 is the story of the only all-black female platoon during World War II.
Yes, it's on my watch list. I didn't get to watch it yet. Yes, I'm so excited to watch that.
I will say that this is definitely Kerry Washington's best movie. Period.
Oh yeah.
Period.
Well, I mean, there's not a whole.
Hey, listen. I said what I said. It's a best movie.
I was about to say, like, it's not like Kerry Washington. No disrespect, but Scandal is her claim to fame. She didn't talk in Django. She didn't do a whole lot in too many of the other movies. So yeah, if this is her come out party, I'm here for it, man. Why does this keep coming to the?
I don't know. I was just going to ask, what the fuck is that?
What the heck? I'm trying to put this on the screen.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. It was a solid movie. It was a real solid movie. So I really like the 688. Tyler Perry, to me, got to do more as a director than I've seen him doing his other films.
Cool.
Like when it comes from cinematography to storytelling, you're still going to get some Tyler Perry DNA. He's still going to have the same characteristics. He's going to sign it with his style. But overall, it was a really good movie.
So you saying Medea popped up and hopped up on one of them?
Nah, but it's like people will have random monologues. It's like, oh, I'm going to make a speech right now. There's going to be an applause when I'm done. Like that kind of stuff. Like, okay. So that's cool. I like that movie, and I'm gonna just real quick say I like Inside Out too.
And that was a good one.
That was good. Such a good movie.
This one didn't stand the test of time. It didn't do what I wanted it to do when I first saw the trailer, but I still had fun with it. The Book of Clarence.
Yo!
Yes, that movie wasn't bad.
You forgot about the Book of Clarence. That shit was dope. I don't care what anybody says. And the thought, you know what? I would put Book of Clarence on my top 5 of this year. Even good. And I don't even care like what the outcome of the movie was in terms of its how much it made and all of that. The fact that somebody was like, yo, I'm going to make a movie about characters in the Bible and they will all be depicted by black men, with the exception of one that we're going to spoof you with Benedict Cumberbatch. So that is just phenomenal to me. And also the reality aspect of it. Like, for those who are not familiar with the Book of Clarence, it's basically like somebody being like, all right, there's this dude named Jesus who's going around healing people, but he's getting money off of this joint, yo. Like, it's working, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, I can do that. Why can't I do that? You know what I'm saying? Because that's how it works. It's like when you see somebody posting skits and you're like, I can make skits. Somebody shooting I can shoot a basketball. Yo, I can do that. And so he starts going around making these miracles and, you know, getting this notoriety until like stuff starts getting real. And then there's a whole different place that it takes. But just the fact that they didn't just say, you know, it'd be a good idea, and just said it and let it go by the wayside, but that they put the pen to the paper, scripted it out, went ahead and hired black actors, went ahead and got a studio and put this to fruition. Yeah, man, I'm putting
Shout
that on
out
the
to
top 5.
Jay-Z. He produced it. Jay-Z and directed by James Samuel, the same dude who did The Harder They Fall.
Nice. Well, thank you. I don't know if y'all heard all this crazy stuff going on with Jay-Z, but that's a whole topic for another day. But while we're mentioning Book of Clarence, this wasn't a theatrical release, but I'd also just by mention want to mention I'm a Virgo, which I think was released this year. I don't think that got any play. I don't think anybody really watched it.
It was great.
There was such a freaking creative idea. If you did not watch I'm a Virgo, basically it's like you know Clifford the big red dog. Imagine that dog was a black dude in the hood, you know what I'm saying? And he's just like he's a regular dude, but he's just he's giant. He just wants to live like everybody else. He just wants to have a girlfriend and friends and hang out and be cool and smoke weed but he's you know the size of a skyscraper, and it's just kind of hard to fit in when you're the size of a skyscraper. I remember this, and to not give the whole movie away, because the movie doesn't really have any point. It's just a movie, but just to kind of give you one of my favorite scenes from this movie.
It's not a movie, Vince.
At one point in time, it is a movie.
No, it's a series.
Series.
I'm a Virgo.
I'm a Virgo's a series. Yep.
Yeah, it's a series.
My bad. Whoops. All right. Well, the series itself. My apologies, guys.
Okay, that's why I corrected you.
Thanks for the course correction. The scene that tends to stick out for me, and forgive me in advance for the crassness, but the scene that sticks out for me is when him and his girlfriend were sitting on the couch, and she was like, you know, it wouldn't hurt to take a bath, you know, every now and then. She's like, I love your balls. I like to play with them, but I don't want to smell them from this side of the couch. And the whole time when she said that, in my head, I'm like, wait a minute. This dude is like 18 feet tall. What could she, you know what? And that's where we're going to leave it. I'm looking at Nolly.
Ew, Vince.
Like,
ew.
I mean, it was a part of the show. I mean, I
get
that's
it.
where they went.
You ran with it. That's the problem.
It's a thing. It's a thing. All right. It's
I've seen that inside before.
I'm just saying, like, when the dude's that big, you know, to have a girlfriend.
All right. We can.
You gotta deal with some stuff.
Let's move on.
That's all I'm saying.
I
So
can hear
like
Ty in my ear. Cut, Vince. Cut.
They didn't go into that, but I digress and say that it's a production. I believe it's worth at least exploring if you don't have too much going on. That was the point I'm trying to make. I'm not nasty, y'all. I just think that way. So yeah, those are some of the projects that I saw, man. And of course, obviously, From took up a lot of our time. Arcane took up, but we didn't even get into Arcane, honestly. And I don't know if we can do it today or not if y'all want to. But yeah, man, it's been quite a year of different things. What else has happened this year that's been noteworthy? I'm not gonna lie. Like, things are so. Did Barbie? Was that this year or last year? That was last year, right?
That was last year.
Barbie was such a vibe. It penetrated like all cultures. It was pink this, pink that, pink everywhere. Dare I say we'll probably have a part 2. What else happened this year?
Mr. Smith happened this year.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Yo, I liked that show. Yes.
Right. We're
Did you
getting
like it?
another season 2 with like a new couple, aren't we?
Yeah, from what I understand, we're supposed to get a whole new Mr. and Mrs. Smith without Donald Glover and the young lady that played him. And that was another one of those shows where we started off and we was giving it the side eye, like, but then halfway through it, we're like, okay, I get it.
My
That's it.
Invincible
yeah,
Fight Girl and Max.
Yeah, Nolly was telling us about that one like last week, weren't you?
Oh my god, so good.
What's this, Nolly? What's this?
So
It's
an animated show, and it's about this girl who grows up on an island where everyone is an accountant. But she wants to be a wrestler. She sees a wrestling match when she's little, and that's it. That's all she wants to do. And it just follows her journey from leaving the accounting island to going to where the wrestlers live and trying to become a wrestler and like overcoming all of these triumphs. And it's just so good. It is just, if you have time and just want to check out a few episodes, like it's worth your time.
All right. So Invincible Fight Girl. On the
Blink
way
twice.
out. What'd you say?
Blink twice.
Blink twice.
The movie directed by Zoe Kravitz with Channing Tatum, that rich dude. She basically did the Epstein thing.
Wow, I'm really out the loop. I feel hella old.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I heard about it.
It's like they basically did like a movie as if, you know, Channing Tatum was the Epstein dude and he was inviting people to his island and he was like drugging them and then went from there.
Ooh, can we watch a quick scene from it real quick? I think I have some footage here. Let me go ahead and pull this up and see if maybe we can see what this is all about.
Blink twice if I'm in danger.
Well, maybe not. Let's not answer that one, right?
Blink twice if I'm in danger.
Well, maybe not. Let's not answer that one, right?
All right, well, that's the extent of the footage. What else they have?
Nice
Maybe we'll just have some girl time.
Oh, I needed this. It's available on MGM Plus.
It's on Prime too.
I'm gonna have to watch this.
It's a solid movie. Zoe Kravitz did her thing.
Whoa, Zoe. Okay, Zoe. I see you. Whoa. You know what else we didn't talk about? There was a bunch of live action adaptations. Didn't Airbender come out didn't Avatar come out this year on live action?
I feel like
that this
year?
It did. It did. They came out with it. You're right. They did. Yes.
That was this year. Damn.
That was
early.
this year. Yep.
Yeah.
It was. This year. I was just about to say that. That's what I was gonna say. Like we're missing a couple of like key adaptations.
That was in February. Yo, this year.
Yo, TV was cooking this year.
2024 had some place to be because what do you mean that was the same year?
Well, we never got to talk to you about Avatar. And did you get a chance to check it out?
Oh, I loved Avatar. I checked it out. So I'm one of those who think, and I don't know how popular this is, I'm the one of those who think the animated series is one of the greatest shows in television.
Yeah, you're saying.
Like, I put it up there with Game of Thrones. It's like,
I never listened
whoa,
to monks
Game of
used to
Thrones.
say lemurs.
I put it up there with Game of Thrones. I think the animated series, the way that they handle characters, character development, the going from your adolescent to your adult age, handling friendships, handling maturation, looking for father figures when you don't have any. It touches on so many real life stuff, and they package it into a cartoon so well. Like I made sure both my sons sat down and watched this. I was like, listen, when I'm not around, play this.
Okay, breaking news.
Did you show them Korra
Anthony
too?
has sons.
I have two sons. You knew that, right?
It's like we learned these things on the show. We're like, oh, okay, Daddy.
I thought I told
you.
y'all.
That's what's up, man. And he made his kids watch Avatar. That's good. It's got a lot of lessons in it. What was you saying, Yaz?
I was just saying, Anthony, did you make them also watch The Legend of Korra as well?
So here's my thing with The Legend of Korra. So I did.
Wait a minute.
Whoa.
I had to stay right for this one. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Me too.
The Legend of Korra was a different stage of life story, so it didn't resonate with me as much as the Avatar stuff did. Because when I was in 2005, I was like, it was recent for me.
Okay.
But when Legend of Korra came out, I was like, I couldn't connect with it the same way. And the other thing I didn't connect with was that we didn't follow a journey of her growing into the Avatar. Like by the second or third episode, she had all her powers.
We do though. That's why you need to watch it. Yes, you need to watch it. There's 4 seasons and she goes on a fucking journey. And I'm talking about
it's true.
Goddamn rediscovery of her powers, of life, of fucking everything. So that's all I'm saying is take your time.
I just wasn't a huge fan of the way they handled the legacy characters. Like I wasn't a huge fan of the way they handled Toph. I wasn't a huge fan of the way they handled Aang. I didn't really like his son. And the blood bending thing was creeping me out. Like when they did it a couple times in the first show.
It's
so
in the
dope.
core movie. I mean, it's in the core show. We just finally got to see it come into fruition though, and that's what makes it so fucking dope as fuck.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm not knocking The Legend of Korra. I'm just saying it just didn't resonate with me the same way that Aang hit me at that right time in my life.
No, I understand. I definitely understand.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. And did you watch Last Airbender growing up?
I watched it 2005 is when it came out, right? So I was probably right out of college at that time. And I was at that point where I had my son. My son was maybe 4 or 5 years old. So I was growing into a dad. And I was sitting here trying to figure out what kind of stuff I wanted to teach my son. And Avatar was like hitting on all the core values that little boys sometimes learn as they grow up.
Yeah. I gotta say, I didn't get introduced to Avatar until recently. I didn't watch it in the early. Hold on. Let's see what we got here. Hold on. Let's bring this up to the screen. Oh, that was. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. Identical. Oh, yeah. Look at the White House. It's, of course, Anthony.
I was like, all right, listen, when I'm president, I get to pick what color room you want. You want the green one or the red one?
I want the oval one.
That's my room.
Hey, I'll vote for you, homeboy. I would certainly vote for you. In fact, I wish I could go back in time and vote for you this year, but that's all. I didn't watch Avatar until like I think about 2 years. I think last year. Remember we started having Tiffy on the show, and then I told Tiffy, I was like, I ain't never seen it. She was like, well, we can't talk until you've seen it. I was like, all right. And so I watched one episode, and I was like, okay. And I ain't gonna lie, the first season was a little because there was like almost no fighting in it.
Right.
But then once they started the following seasons, when the journey to the rest of the bending sequences, I was hooked. And I think that I think what happened to me is watching it so fresh, and because I saw it recently instead of like, back in the day, once it was over, I wasn't ready for it to be over. So Legend of Korra was a perfect segue to just continue it into the world of Avatar. So it just was a seamless transition for me. And it was a little bit. I'm with you. Yeah, you're like, oh, that's Aang's son. Like, you're like, okay, like, I don't get it. Does not compute. But the stuff that Korra goes through, and I ain't gonna lie, like the concept of blood bending is so creepy. Like I want to see it in real life. Like if you think about it, as somebody who can bend water, to be able to, oh my God, to like say, okay, now I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna make you do what I want you to do through water bending. Is like crazy, and it just makes me eager to see what they have in store for season 2 of the live action John, bro. But that's just me. That's just me.
I hope we do it a little in the live action show. I want to see Toph. I want to see a little bit of the blood bending with the cast that they have there, and yeah, I'm ready for it. I like the way Avatar did it because it didn't become a major plot point. It was like something you see like maybe like 4 episodes that witch taught them how to blood bend, and then she came back. That was cool. It just made me very unsettled when it was like a major plot point of Korra. It's like, man, we doing this a lot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it was in the first season more than toward the latter half of it, because I think that they but oh my God. Also, if I may, the plot of the first season of Korra is fucking ridiculous.
It
is
is.
ridiculous. All right, so the townspeople, so the whole secret of airbending and people with powers is now become so prominent that the average civilian, the citizen, is ready to fight back, and they're like, we're tired of being scared of all y'all airbenders. So they create some machines to stop bending, which is ridiculous. So it puts everybody on an even playing field. The heroes have become the villains in the land of where are they from called again?
Kyoshi Island.
What's it called?
Kyoshi Island.
Kyoshi Island. I think that may be right. But
They
like
basically the X-Men.
well, to an extent, I mean, if you think about it, like it's as if it's almost like the X-Men. All of a sudden, even though this is their plot, they're always, the government's always against them, people are always against them. But it's as if people decided, actually, this did happen in the X-Men plots to some folks, because Stryker has the ability to to neutralize a lot. Yeah, with the collar. So this does happen, but it's as if average citizens developed mutant killing powers in guns, and now any mutant that thinks they're a badass, they can get it, because I'm just as powerful as you if I've got these mutant power deflating guns. And that's how Korra starts. That's the whole plot. What's the name of that group? I forgot the name of that group that they were, the anarchists, the whatever they were. I forgot. But damn, man, that was so badass. It was like, hold on, so you mean to tell me that y'all are scared of the people? Like the people are what you're like? That is brilliant to me. I don't know. I'm sorry. Let me shut up. All right, cool, man. That was another good project. Honestly, man, this year has been cut full of a bunch of really dope stuff, man. I don't even know if we could fit it all in one real episode. I mean, Shogun did win awards. Wicked came out. I mean, from Shogun to Wicked to everything that we've seen.
What was that Godzilla show on Apple TV?
Monarch.
Monarch, yeah.
Monarch,
okay.
we mentioned it, yeah.
We mentioned Monarch, but hey, I'll mention it again. I ain't got no
I
problem.
was thinking about Anna from Shogun and Monarch.
Yes.
And how just 2 days ago I realized that she was in one of my favorite J-pop groups.
What?
Before she went into acting.
She was?
She was a singer. She was a singer in a J-pop group called Fakie, and I always used to like them because I thought it was weird that they had 2 Japanese members and a random white girl and this other chick that was always someone new because they switched members out so many times. And I was like, wait, I know her face.
So she used to sing for real? That's a real thing? Yeah. Okay, I didn't know that. But that's
was Hijack this year?
I don't know.
Hijack, the Idris Elba show.
Nah, I feel like that was last year, but that was did you watch that totality?
Cross also came out this year.
I've watched one episode of Cross and I have not completed it. Here's a couple other things for those who are interested that did come out this year. Maybe we can look at this and use it as reference. So Dear Santa, I didn't see that. I don't even know. Spaceman.
Yes. It wasn't bad. It was a kid movie. The Dear Santa.
Never Let Go. I didn't see that.
Did anybody see the platform too?
I did. Did you see it, guys? It didn't hit. It didn't hit.
The first one was way better than the second one. I was so disappointed. I was like looking forward to it too because of how like crazy the first movie was, but this one is just I don't know. The second one was like disgusting kind of, and it was just like I turned it off halfway through. It was.
Oh wow, you didn't make it all the way through. I watched it all the way through, but it did not have the same impact the first one. Did anybody else watch it? Yeah, you liked it, Nali? Did you feel it? Nah, it didn't. The first one,
like the first one.
Yeah, I was waiting for it to get better. I mean, I like the characters in it, but I didn't like the way that they went with it. So that's the whole thing. Monkey Man. Did we see Monkey Man?
Yeah, that was. Oh no, I didn't see that one.
It was all right. It was all right.
I know Omar was really excited about it. It's on one of the streaming services. I'm planning on watching it, but I have not seen it. So in the comments, if you saw it, if you see, yeah, I talked about Agatha. Okay, let me go to the comment section real quick. Let me not neglect though. shout out to those that are watching and that are listening. Still, we are going over our 2-hour allotment today since this is our last live broadcast for the year. We did talk about Agatha Link, and yes, we spoke. Oh, you speaking on movies directly? I don't know why I'm reading like I just learned how to read. But yeah, we spoke on a lot of the movies thus far. Link,
and
I think
TV.
this is and the TV stuff. I think you are a follower. Welcome to the chat of Anthony's. And yeah, we've discussed a lot. In fact, just to kind of recap, Anthony, if you don't mind, Anthony's favorite shows were Penguin, Rings of Power, The Three Body Problem, Blue-Eyed Samurai, and X-Men 97. And
From
that
didn't
was
make my list, and I know they over there like, what?
yeah, From didn't make the list of top 5. Now we don't know top 10, 20.
Top 10 it would have made it. Top 5, it's just a really, really, really good year for TV. Like now that I remember Avatar, I'm sitting here like it still probably wouldn't make 5 either, but it's definitely in the 10.
Okay.
Right.
It was a really good year for TV, and I've said this a couple times about From. The one thing that I had a problem with From was the pacing. A lot of these great shows, where the characters start at the beginning of the episode and where they are needs to progress when the episode ends. I can't have the episode ending with the same place that they started and feel like I'm fully satisfied. A lot of these other shows just did that a lot better. Honestly, Penguin is a master class in it. It's
I'm
a
so glad.
fucking masterpiece in the way that wherever Penguin started at the beginning of the episode, all his relationships changed. All of his friends, his allies, we're enemies now, and I'm still here for it.
Yes.
All the way up until the last few minutes. Even though I was spoiled about how the show ended, I still enjoyed every fucking second.
That's crazy.
It doesn't take away from it at all. Like it's coming, but you just don't see it coming. It's like, oh
Yeah,
all right.
no, you're right.
Like I love that show. I love that show so much. It's just I didn't know I was gonna like it. It reinvigorated my interest in the Matt Reeves universe.
Thank you.
It was just so good, and the rewatchability. Like it's one of those things I feel like you can put on, and if it's on, you might just get arrested. You might just sit down and be like, all right, I guess this is what we're doing now. I had plans, but not anymore.
I can only imagine, y'all, if Anthony hadn't been spoiled, how much doper he would have even thought this project was. I mean, because that was one of the key moments in that show was how it ended with Vic. And for him to know it and still feel the way he does, it's crazy. Link,
yeah, but it doesn't happen until the end, like the last few minutes. So I mean, like that,
Literally.
I think that kind of helped you out too. You know what I'm saying? And like the way it was done was like you did not expect that shit to happen when it happened. You're like, what the fuck, man? He just what? So yeah, I agree.
It's definitely one of them joints where I enjoyed the journey as much as I enjoyed the destination.
I'll be honest, I'm shocked at that, because if something's spoiled, especially something that significant, it takes away from my enjoyment. Let me tell you a real quick story. When I went to go see the Force Awakens, when Star Wars first reemerged, I mean, think about it. That's huge. This is J.J. Abrams bringing Star Wars back to the big screen in major fashion. I actually flew to the Chinese Ming Dynasty Theater over in LA to watch the red carpet with Carrie Fisher and all of those folks. And I'm on this app called Periscope, which at the time was like MySpace Live or, whatever, what I'm saying? It was like, it's our version of YouTube Live today. And while I'm in there, I'm sitting there talking to what Kai Cenat calls the chat. What up, chat? And I'm about to go into Star Wars, man. Y'all wish me luck, man. All right, Hey, is that real? Are you serious? Somebody commented the end. somebody. Spoiler alert. All right. It's been about 20 years since the movie was released, but spoiler alert. Somebody typed into the comment section of my live, Han Solo dies. And I was like, wait, what? What? Excuse me? What? And the whole movie, I'm sitting there waiting. Is it real? Was it real? Did it really happen? Was it a thing? Sure enough, bro. So kudos to you for still liking it, because it kind of ruined my experience. Yaz decided to list Shogun, Blue-Eyed Samurai, Rings of Power, From, and Arcane for her favorite projects this year, so we thought that was pretty dope. We also had Nolly, who had Shogun as well. Penguin also. Fallout, which I don't think we talked about enough, frankly. That's just my opinion. Arcane, the same, and X-Men 97. And of course, your boy, I put Vox Machina, Penguin, Arcane, X-Men 97, and I never did put a fifth one down there. I think I'm going to use Rings of Power because I think I like that one too. But that's what we got for this year, and that's pretty much what it is. What are we looking forward to next year? What are we looking forward to before we go in 2025? The projects that we're the most excited about. Any idea? While you're thinking about that, let me put up a couple of things that are coming out. What you said now?
Video games.
Oh yeah, we didn't do video games. Did you want to do video games real quick? My bad. I'm all over the place.
No. Like 2025 is gonna have some good shit. Like Elden Ring is getting a co-op game, which is great because Dark Souls games always have a co-op option, but this game is going to be purely a co-op experience. So it's not like you have to get to a certain place and then you can summon your friends. As you start off playing with them, and it's going to be 3-day sessions where the monsters in the world gets harder by the end of the 3rd day, and you have to like survive the night in order to beat the experience. And the map and the monsters will always be changing, they said. So I'm like super excited about that because I love to torture myself. I'm a glutton for punishment. What else is Witcher 4 is coming out next year.
Oh, I'm so geeked about Witcher. In fact, I think I have a trailer for Witcher. But keep talking, Nali.
What else is coming out next year? Because I was watching the Game Awards the other night.
Borderlands. Okay.
Borderlands 4, but I'm not excited about it. But I think my husband's interested in it.
Why aren't you? Oh well, yeah. Borderlands. You talking about the live? Are you talking about the okay? Yeah, because the actual
Spider-Man
Kevin
2
Hart
comes out
joint was.
too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Spider-Man 2 comes out next year.
Spider-Man 2 comes out next year. I
In
thought it was
January.
scheduled for 2026. So the animated joint, because so that's
It's
next year?
January 30th is the release date for it.
For what are we talking about?
So right now
Video
we're talking
game?
about things that we're looking forward to in 2025. Video games, movies, shows, whatever it is that you're looking forward to.
How
in
to Train Your
2025.
Dragon.
How to Train Your Dragon is gonna be a whole vibe. I'm ready for How to Train Your Dragon. That's gonna be a vibe. I'm not gonna lie.
I got a lot. Next year is going to be amazing for movies. Like everything that we got in television, next year we're going to get in movies. We got hopefully the Spider-Verse Part 3. I'm hoping that comes out.
Yeah, we just announced that.
We got the Superman movie coming out.
Are you excited about that, Ant?
I'm looking forward to it. I can't say I'm excited, but it's really going to kick off the DCU. And you know, there are shades of things that I like in the animated films. Like, here's my hope. I'm hoping it's a lot like the Justice League cartoon. If they just bring the Justice League cartoon come to life, I'm great with that. And we already know Mr. Terrific is in it, so that's a good start.
That is exciting. And in some of the actual still shots that I saw, it looks like they're doing them way better than they did them on Arrow. So I'm looking forward to that.
We got Avatar 3. I like the Avatar series, the James Cameron joints. We got Sinners coming out.
Hold on, wait. Yes, you just said yep, because this panel has been very, very.
I like Avatar.
Okay,
y'all were the ones not liking. I like Avatar. Anything live action, animated.
What I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do with with blue Ferngully? What am I do? What am I gonna do with it?
I'm saying I like Avatar. I've been liked it, so I don't know what the confusion was. Like I have no idea.
It was. I mean, there's two really legitimate, I think, critiques about Avatar, the re-release. The first one is it shouldn't take 25 years to do a sequel. The second one is, all right, this is basically Pocahontas with blue people. For some people, they didn't necessarily like that concept, but I'm kind of in between. I don't think it should have taken as long. I'm not as mad as the redirecting of the story of American colonization. But I do. But I like seeing the kids in Avatar play around with each other, and I like how they attach to the wolves and shit. I don't know if they always have to, attached physically to their their pets to get them to run. But that's a whole other story. What else you got on that list, Ant?
Sinners, the joint with Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler, that looks incredible. Like a vampire. Like I'm ready for that.
Black
28
Vampires,
years
so
later.
ready.
I am excited for 28 years later.
Can we watch that trailer? Because
You want to hit that? You want to get that copyright?
Is it if not if you do it on Instagram, right? Like
they hit it with there too.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if we don't watch it with sound, maybe. But if I don't want it to mess up the broadcast. Let me just see if it's even on here yet. 28 years. Oh, that's not even on here yet, so we can't even.
Did anybody watch Alien Romulus?
I love Alien Romulus.
Thank you. It was good. It was what an alien movie should be, but it's also it's the starter for the Alien TV show that's coming out next year, which I'm excited for.
Are we? Alien's one of those franchises I feel like has been
dying.
It's kind of beat up and ran over a little bit. Like,
I think did you see the last one?
Did you see
that?
I
didn't see the last one, so that's probably. But I mean, I ain't gonna lie. When I saw,
not like all that other stuff.
It's not okay
because I screamed.
The one right before that was what was it? It was the one with I think Idris Elba was in it. Alien.
The Prometheus. No, it's not like that. It's not like that.
I didn't like that. And it turned me off.
It's not right back to the roots of what Aliens was.
Did you like the old ones? The first two?
Sigourney
It's
Weaver,
like that. Yeah, just act like those other movies didn't happen.
Even ADP? Are you supposed to pretend ADP didn't happen?
This is Alien 1.5.
Yeah,
okay. I can't watch that shit. Oh,
it's so good.
Yes, it's such a pussy. I swear for God.
No, fuck that. I gotta see what it is. I got like a texture issue, and there's just too much texture in that shit, and I can't.
But you love Stranger Things. You freaking you'll watch.
It's so different than Stranger Things. Stop playing games, okay? Because in reality, women give birth and shit, and like I'm just saying. There's too many parallels in that shit, bro. No.
There is all of that. That is true. What else is coming out that we looking forward to? I think that's it. Born Again. Daredevil Born Again. This is a test of time. Yo, this show has so much writing on it. Daredevil Born Again, because this show has to prove to us Marvel fans that we should still watch Marvel stuff, even though it's on Disney Plus. That's what I'm taking away from this. I think that the Daredevil show has a lot riding on it because it is still one of the last really dope TV shows outside of like Punisher and all that. So yeah, Born Again, absolutely on the list. What about the Fantastic Four movie? Y'all looking forward to that?
I don't know if I'm like excited about it, but I will watch it, obviously.
Here's what got me intrigued about the Fantastic Four movie. I'm wondering, because we all know what's going to happen. When do we get to meet Victor Von Doom? Because we all know he's supposed to be the target. I mean, they're making it Avengers Doomsday. So what point do we actually meet Victor Von Doom?
Maybe we won't meet him, but maybe it'll be like one of those after credit scenes where we get like a hint of him, but not like a hey, by the way, in here kind of thing.
Yeah, because you think it'd be a mistake, and I'm asking this of everybody. Y'all think it'd be a mistake to introduce the new Doctor Doom the same way they did in the first Fantastic Four, where he was like an integral part of the plot? Like, y'all don't think that they should do it like that now this time?
I don't care.
All right, well, let me ask you this: do you care about the upcoming Wonder Man series that's coming? No, not even Wonder Man.
It's a waste of a great actor. Like one thing I'm really disappointed in with Marvel right now is that they're getting these great black actors and they're giving them like characters that people aren't invested in. They did it with Giancarlo. They threw him in the Captain America movie just to, I don't know, play some some random Captain America villain that'll probably die before the end of the movie.
Yep.
And Yahya Abdul-Mateen is like he's a really, really great actor. And to put him on a character that's a pacifist and an actor, and then you're going to team him up with Ben Kingsley's You know, his character, and we all remember how we reacted to his character when we found out he wasn't the Mandarin. Is not giving me good vibes.
Okay. What up? You agree?
Will I watch it? Yes.
Am I looking forward to it? No.
No.
That's fair. I guess I'm looking forward to it with hope. Wonder Man's one of the few that people have not gone completely ape shit about the race swap.
You know, he's a pacifist.
Well, I think that the allure for any character is within their powers and their range of powers and how they use them. So I'm interested in seeing. Well, I'm interested in seeing how he uses this and where he ends up finding himself in the Marvel universe. You know, this is a completely new character. This isn't like some of the stuff that we've gotten where we get the Secret Invasion. That's characters we know. Loki, we already know Loki. Falcon and Winter Soldier, we know these characters. The only ones that we have even in the Ironheart, we were introduced to Ironheart, which is coming up. By the way, I have a clip on that actually got me a little excited, but I'm still very cautious because I think that they're going to do her wrong. For some reason, I just had this bad feeling that they're about to do Riri wrong. But I think that that if done well, dare I say, WandaVision-esque, not in the spirit with that type of writing, but just in the surprise, oh my God, this was good and I didn't expect it to be type thing. I think that this could have some staying power. But like you, I don't share the enthusiasm for the project. I'm just eager to see it so I can know whether or not I should like it or not. You know what I'm saying? So that's another 2025 thing that we got to look forward to.
I feel like in terms of Marvel, 2025 only has me excited for Daredevil for sure, and I'm a little curious about Thunderbolts.
Little curious?
Yeah. Oh, curious.
Why not a lot curious?
Because Marvel hasn't really given us much that's good lately. So I'm a little skeptical.
Cautiously, I got you.
But I am curious because I do like the characters that are in it, and I think Nova is in Thunderbolts.
I heard Nova, Sentry. I think they did actually end up casting Sentry.
Yeah.
Bucky should be back in the Thunderbolts.
Yes.
Harrison Ford is General Ross. I think we should have the Taskmaster, Yelena, excuse me.
Yeah.
Red Guardian. So yeah, I think that the Thunderbolts. Now, my concern is that when you have a group like this, it doesn't always end well because let's think back to Eternals. Didn't necessarily go as well as we'd like. Fantastic Four. So I'm a little nervous about.
Was great. The problem is people.
You think so?
People.
What was great?
I loved Eternals.
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
I feel like people tried to eat that shit up without giving it a chance, like they did the Marvels. And then we end up with what happened, where it panned when it was released, but then on streaming it does great.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Let me, you know what I honestly think was one of the detriments of Eternals was the timing of its release, because Eternals was released not too long after after Endgame, if I'm not mistaken, and we still had Endgame energy on our minds, right? Like we're not willing to accept a movie that has.
It had other movies before it. It had a Spider-Man movie. It had Black Widow.
A group movie of an ensemble cast where there's multiple characters with powers. Okay, well, Black Widow was about Black Widow.
Another team. It was another team movie.
It was centered around Black Widow. It had Red Guardian and it had her little sister in it and everything. But when we're talking about Eternals, like we're talking about multiple plot lines. And I also think that Angelina Jolie gave a breakout performance despite the fact she didn't really get a lot of recognition for it. But I think that if Eternals came out today, which there's nothing stopping it from coming out today. The movie didn't have that much of a tie, with the exception of the fact that people were like, well, where was y'all when Thanos came? You know what I'm saying? And they had to like do a whole 15-minute explanation as to why they was we don't, that's not what we do, you know. All right, cool. But when it finally came about that basically they're here fighting their own war, I mean, the whole plot of Eternals was basically internal. That movie could have come out 2 years ago and had this, and I think that it would have been received a little differently because it would have been so far removed from any other ensemble cast movie. But that's just the theory. That's just the theory. I'm gonna start getting ready to wrap things up here, guys, here in a little bit. Just a couple more projects that I'm anticipating coming up. I'm curious about. Anybody here is at all excited about the upcoming, since we're talking Marvel, Captain America, the New World movie that's supposed to be dropping here sometime pretty soon? Nobody? Nope, nobody.
Comes out Valentine's Day.
Nobody.
I have a feeling not a lot of people are going to spend their Valentine's Day watching that movie.
It's going to be review bombs, obviously. It's led by a black man. We already know that, first and foremost.
Right.
But I think we probably could have done without Falcon and Winter Soldier and just added some of that shit into whatever Captain America is going to be and go from there, because I don't think Captain and whatever the fuck that was, I don't think it did us any favors. I don't think it did us any favors to set us up for this movie. And it just feels like a placeholder, like they didn't know what to do, so they're doing this to kind of move the storyline along. But also, where in the storyline are they? Because we went from like multiverse shit to some other shit, and I'm just very confused as to where we're supposed to be now, because now we're not doing the multiverse shit anymore. And it's like, okay, so where do you fall? What's going on? I need answers. I don't know if I want to pay to go see it, but I'm probably gonna go see it anyway.
No, let me push back on that a little bit. I think we could not have had a Captain America movie without that show, because I think a lot of the stuff that Captain America 4 is going to focus on is stuff that came out. Did we lose Ant? Did Ant just wake up? Did I talk Ant to sleep, man? All right, we're gonna wrap. We almost done, Ant.
Captain America put me to sleep.
Oh, okay. Well, listen. Let me just say this: in Captain America in Falcon and Winter Soldier, we did get introduced to a Patriot. All right, who's a member of the Young Avengers. It was Isaiah Bradley's grandson. Remember when he walked in, he's like, "That's my grandson," and y'all gonna see him again. Trust me. You gonna see.
We were introduced to a lot of characters who ain't come back yet. Where's Blade?
Well, that's another thing. That was the next thing I was going to talk about on my list, because that's on the 2025 list. It's supposed to be reviewed.
No, it ain't.
Released in
it got no release date.
They took it off.
They took it off. Yeah, they took off But Captain America, Falcon becomes Captain America in Falcon and Winter Soldier. That was the purpose of the story of the.
They could have did that in the movie.
It would have taken up too much time. We don't. I don't want to see that.
It didn't have to. That movie could have just been. They can write things however they want. They can do literally whatever they want. And if they wanted to make a movie with this dude turning into Captain America, they could have. The only issue I think they would have had is that there would have been a lot of pushback from people who's like, "That's not my Cap."
Right. And I think that's why they buffered it with the 6 episodes.
I agree. I agree. I don't like what they're gonna do with Carl Rumley though, like the older Captain America, where he's gonna Isaiah Bradley, yeah.
What do you mean you don't like what they're gonna do with him?
It's from what I understand, that movie is gonna make him like become like a Winter Soldier, right? Like he's gonna get controlled, and I don't want a repeat of the same movie with black cast swapping in for what they did in the white cast movie. Like I want an original story.
I don't think that. I would hope. Let me say that's not the major plot line, especially when we have a General Ross becoming a Red Hulk. We kind of know that that's going to be one of the major feats in this movie. But at the same time, I don't want to see a remake of Winter Soldier with Isaiah Bradley, but I do want Isaiah Bradley to get his flowers. I do want him to be recognized as the original Captain America who was shot with a super serum, who was just made into a villain instead of given the opportunity to have a hero. I mean, to be a hero with the shield. And if they can expound more into that, which was one of the best parts of the show, then I'm here for it. I've never liked Captain America. I don't want to say hate, but I've always thought he was the cheesiest. I mean, this is a dude that came out during war times to build the morale of kids that were afraid of the draft. You know what I'm saying? So that's not really prevalent anymore, but it's kind of cool to see what they do with the shields and with the colors and all of that stuff. So I'm here for that. But other than that, I don't know, man.
I mean,
I don't know.
MCU fixed them.
And the fact that he's, you know what I'm saying, like he's Captain America. So I mean, it's about like America. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's prevalent to that. That makes it's very prevalent to that story. It's like it's very important. But I think that with this story with Isaiah Bradley, I think the only way that they can really pull off tying the TV show in with the movie and keeping us interested is if they turn him into an antagonist. Right.
Well,
very similar, kind of very similar to like Killmonger. You know what I'm saying? Like because of what he went through, it turned him into, you know what I'm saying, what he is now, because he was pushed back, he was hidden. You know what I'm saying? Like they basically dropped him back off in the neighborhood and was like, thank you for all you did. We don't need you no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and so I think that might be like, you know what I'm saying? That would resonate, I think, a little bit better. Him getting his justice on like him basically being pushed into the background. So I think that would be an okay storyline for us to catch on.
Show me all the stuff that happened to him. Do flashbacks and show me him in his prime, going through Nazi camps, taking out World War II. It looked like it's just a present day story. I would be okay if they said, nah, we're going to do a story during World War II with Black Captain America and Falcon and them are tying it into a present day plot. That's what I would love. But I want to see everything Isaiah Bradley did because they talked about it in the TV show, but they never showed it.
Right. Yeah. I think that I would hope that this project delves deeper into that. And just based off some of the stuff I'm seeing in this clip right here with different versions of Isaiah Bradley, some younger, some older, I would assume that should be a part of it. And this also is going to answer the question as to whether or not Anthony Mackie can handle a movie of this caliber with just his star power. We saw that Twisted Metal didn't do what it was supposed to, even though it got picked up for another season. We saw that these other projects that he's in are not necessarily getting these rave reviews. So here's Marvel and Disney putting their weight behind Anthony Mackie in hopes that he can carry this movie. And I hope that he doesn't have any kind of drop off just because he's not Chris Evans. I mean, I get it, he's not, but I don't know. I'm a little nervous about that. So
at least he won't be alone because he'll have Danny Ramirez as Falcon. And so that'll give us a chance. That'll give us a chance to kind of focus on someone else as well, in case Anthony's not carrying it. So
awesome. What's up, Yaz? Did you just learn something?
I was gonna say Link just like really he just dropped like a great reminder.
Remember that Red Soviet character fought his version of Cap because he kept.
So maybe that might be our tie back. You see what I'm saying? Like in our flashback might be we finally get to see, you know what I'm saying, him and his true, like, you know, when that's going to be his villain. And then, like, you know what I'm saying, they meet up. Who knows if they meet up, you know what I'm saying, or if fucking the Hulk comes through, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what it looks like.
I'm gonna be real, man. The whole Red Hulk, General Ross thing is such a misdirection. It's so easy to see if you're a fan of the comics where that goes. He's clearly going to be a fight scene and they're going to team up in the end. I hate to spoil it for you, but I'm sorry. Red Hulk is not the major villain of this movie, and he never was intended to be. Yes, the trials of General Ross having to struggle and whether or not he can keep his anger and keep himself from transforming, that may be a plot line, but if you're expecting General Ross as Red Hulk to be like a major factor in this, they're giving it to you in the trailers because they know it's attractive. But I think Anthony and most of us probably know that you should not expect a lot from this Red Hulk character, and don't go into the movie expecting for him to be a major. It's going to be cute for the time that it's on screen, but it's not going to be it better not be what this movie is centered around. Let's go ahead and start wrapping this up real quick, y'all. I did want to ask y'all really quick, since we are talking about some of the projects we're looking forward to, what are y'all looking forward to just in general in 2025. I mean, we're about to take a couple weeks off, and comment section as well. Want to thank y'all for hanging out. Oh yeah, that's right. Did that come out this year? Was that this year? Did Mandalorian season 3? Was that this year?
Nah, there's a movie coming out next year.
Oh yeah, the Mandalorian movie coming out. Oh, with Grogu. I'm looking forward to that. I'm very, very, very skeptical
After the
about
last
I am.
season.
Yeah, I don't. Doing a movie scene.
I'm ready to wrap it up.
Yeah, like I don't know. I feel like Mandalorian. I don't know. It may have fallen off a little bit.
That last season wasn't great, but I do love the Mandalorian and what it's done for Star Wars and for fans and things like that. But I'm ready for the movie, and then I'm ready to move on. But I think we hit Star Wars Disney fatigue, because they've just been throwing projects at us without good substance, and so it's like,
well, we were talking about this as one pleasant thing. Please,
Skeleton Crew is different. I am enjoying that so much.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah, I'm liking it. Has anybody else seen Skeleton Crew yet? No.
I don't have Disney no more, apparently, and Disney didn't send me no screeners, so.
Yeah, Anthony is like, yo, look,
wow.
man, y'all know my number. You know where I'm at. If they want me to see it, they hit me up, man. I'm not mad at that, bro. That's how you should be. But yeah, Skeleton Crew did drop. And like we said from the get, it's giving Stranger Things meets Star Wars.
It's giving Pirates of the Caribbean in space.
It's like Goonies. It's like Goonies and Pirates of the Caribbean, basically. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're Goonie pirates. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's where I'm feeling about this, because I had to rewatch it because I was like, what the fuck am I watching right now? Like what? I'm not gonna lie though. I'm not even a parent, and this was triggering for me. I would have beat the shit out of that Wimkin. I swear to fucking God, man. He's lucky his dad didn't find his ass. Listen, he's lucky his dad didn't find his ass. That's all I'm saying.
Why would you have beat him? What did he do that was so bad?
Oh, his dad told him to let that shit go. He didn't let that shit go. What happened?
Now
Them
look at
motherfuckers end up in light years away. They don't know where the fuck they are. They don't know how the fuck to get home. And he didn't take just himself. He took fucking 3 other kids with his ass. You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean, come on. You act like he went out of.
Wim's gonna get an ass beating when he gets hit. That kid's gonna be on one of those kid leashes when his dad gets a hold of him. He is not letting that motherfucker go no more. He's like, nope, Wim, come back here. I'm telling you, man. I was like, what the fuck? This kid just, bye, dad. I'm going to different galaxies. What? And I don't even know how to get home, bro.
It's not how it happened. Come on now. He didn't just crank the keys and say I'll be back.
He totally did. He was like, oh, look at the robot. Oh, it turned on. Oh no. Well, this is an adventure, you guys. Let's just have fun. You don't want to go home. This is gonna be so much fun. I'm telling you, that kid deserves an ass beating. He deserves an ass beating.
He wants to be a Jedi, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
okay. He don't even know if that man was a Jedi. He's like, you a Jedi?
It's good. I think I love when they give us Star Wars stories that are not solely focused on the Jedi Sith conversation. Yes. That's why I very much love Andor. But this, I was pleasantly surprised. I went in with very low expectations after Ahsoka and whatnot, and so this, it was very good. It was like,
it was good. You like it? Okay.
Yeah. I haven't looked, but I'm pretty certain that if I look at this, I'm almost certain that Dave Filoni probably has nothing to do with this project, which is why we like it.
It's by the dude who did No Way Home.
No Way. Oh, wow. Hello.
Okay. Yeah, they're not going home for sure.
John Watts. Yeah, he produced Skeleton Crew. I think he might direct some episodes too.
But I think that's what it is, Nolly. It's we take us away from Dave Filoni and his 5th installment of Rebels, which is basically what Ahsoka was. And now we have an original story based on characters that we have no historical no historical ties to. So there's no level of expectations, and so we can just watch it and just enjoy it. So that's what I'm going to keep on doing. Hopefully Dune shows up, and Silo, I'm watching those as well. Those are fairly decent. Dune, I'm not gonna lie, Dune is losing me. Silo, I'm still here. I'm still staying.
I'm lost.
Yeah, Dune is losing me. Progressively, it is getting more and more convoluted, and I'm like, all right, let's get to it. Let's get to it, guys.
Right.
We get it. We get it. He's got powers. We get it. He's bad. What are we doing with this? What are we doing with
How
this?
far did you get into?
I'm on episode 3.
I started 4, and I can't. I can keep.
You didn't like the flashback
I think
scenes?
I'm caught up. I'm caught up. Flashback scenes of him.
I did.
No.
I did like the
The young. I think it was Tula or something.
Yeah.
We found out she was in love with.
Yeah. Man, I'm still not. There is a missing element of relatability in this realm. Like with Foundation, even though it's so far removed from us, I somehow feel like I could, I get that, she's by herself and it's, she's trying to, but with this, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I just wish they would, make something happen. It's
lackluster for me. Yeah, it's lackluster.
It's
just it's super boring, and the story, like, it has some good moments, but it's just so boring. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have to keep rewatching the episode after I watched it just so I can fucking remember what I just watched, because I'm like, I don't know what happened.
Well, at this point, it's not even that for me. At this point, like the same thing that shocked us in the first episode is the same thing they're trying to shock us with in the third and the fourth episode. The dude is able to do some shit. Okay, great.
Yeah.
What are we doing with it? All right. So
true.
That's all I'm saying. Anthony just posted a bunch of stuff. Let's read this before we go. So I believe, Anthony, this is your summary, right, of everything that's going on right now. So let's just put this up here real quick. I'm gonna leave this on a loop. Let's check this out. So you say, in no particular order: Spider-Verse 3, Superman movies, Avatar 3, Sinners, How to Train Your Dragon, 28 years later, Predator movie, Mortal Kombat 2. These are what we're looking forward to. Oh my goodness, there's more. This is a longer list.
It's a long list.
Mission Impossible. Oh, I didn't even see the most recent one. Didn't y'all see it? One of them days. What is that?
What
is
Mickey 17?
Mickey 17 is the new movie from director Bong Joon-ho, who directed a lot of great movies that I like, and it's starring Robert Pattinson. So if you are familiar with Bong Joon-ho or some of his films, he did Parasite, he did Snowpiercer, he did
oh wow, Snowpiercer.
Did he do the series or the movie?
The movie with Chris Evans. So like I'm a Bong Joon-ho fan. So when he's coming out with something, I'm sitting down.
Okay.
What's the Black Phone?
Oh, that was so good.
Yeah, the Black Phone.
So good.
It's like a thriller movie. It had Ethan Hawke, and he's like a child predator or something. It's a really, really creepy movie.
It's like a
oh my god.
Yeah, it's like you ever have your kids and you tell them don't walk by vans with like spray painted windows. He's driving the van.
Yep.
Ethan Hawke.
Oh shit. Okay.
He does such a great job that's another white man I can't trust. Him and Josh Hartnett.
Yo, ever since Training Day, Ethan's been on the good list. Yeah, man, I'm not mad at that. Let's see what else we got going on here. Let's go back to the comment. Foundation, definitely. I think that am I you think I'm far off by saying that the next season of Foundation will probably be his last?
Unfortunately, no. and the reason I say that is because of what happened behind the scenes, right? The showrunner, David Goyer, he got removed from his role as showrunner like mid-production, like in the middle of filming. Like they took a hiatus for COVID, and while he was out location scouting, he announced that, or it came out in the press that he was no longer going to be the showrunner. They halted production while they found a new showrunner, and now someone else took over in the middle. So it feels like it's not the best of circumstances for Foundation season 3.
Any reason why? Do we have any idea why that happened?
This theories is because he was ballooning the budget. He was ballooning the budget because he was like, yo, we're going, because they already film in Prague, which is expensive because, you know, for people who don't know this, when you film in Prague, you got to fly the cast out. You got to pay for their hotel. You got to pay for their
Prague is not cheap.
Yeah, you got to pay for their insurance. You got to pay for any travel accommodations they need, any green cards, visas, any of that stuff comes out of the pocket of the studio. It balloons your budget so much. So, not to mention all the CGI they already doing, right? So,
Yeah, that sucks, man. And you got to keep the actors, but maybe that explains why they killed off so many of the cast. I thought they was following a book though, but anyway, that sucks. But Foundation is one of the best projects of this decade, in my opinion. Like it just came out of nowhere and just floored and oh my god. Even when it's bad, it's good. Like I just can't get enough of Foundation. So very much looking forward to that. Let's go back to Anthony's comment. The ballerina?
Yeah, the one from John Wick.
Oh, okay. The John Wick.
Yes.
Okay. Looking forward to that. Spider-Verse 3, I think, is going to
making another Mission Impossible movie.
Yeah, the last one.
Yeah, it's
the last of the Tom Cruise installments.
Thank God! Oh my God, that's like the Fast and the Furious movies. Why the fuck do we keep going?
It's the sequel to the last one. It's a direct sequel with Haley Atwell in it, and what's this girl's name? I'm blanking. She's the star of Silo. Rebecca Ferguson. So, okay. So she's in the Mission. They're all in it. I didn't expect to like the last one, but I really enjoyed it.
Yo, I like Mission Impossible.
I don't remember the last Mission Impossible movie.
I just want to thank Mission Impossible for keeping Ving Rhames alive. Because had it not been for Mission Impossible, we wouldn't have seen him since Baby Boy. Like he's been doing like Baby Boy, Undisputed 2, Mission Impossible. That's the only time you see him. So thank you, bro. It's always good to see Baby Boy's dad in Mission Impossible movies. Finally, let's see what the final things that Anthony has on this list. I gotta tell you, I'm not looking for. I really hope that they can do something with this Mortal Kombat movie. And
right?
I didn't. The first one, the first one with old boy from Shogun, I was pleasantly surprised that they did have better plot lines than the original movies, even though who's gonna hate that first soundtrack, right?
I'm not here for the plot.
I'm
not here for the plot.
Yeah.
I'm not here for the plot.
I'm
not here for the story.
No.
I'm here for the fatalities. I'm here for the fatalities.
I feel like if they go back to the original like Mortal Kombat movies where we had a fucking tournament and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what we're like us Mortal Kombat fans are looking for. We're looking for like, them fighting each other and shit, not talking to each other and fucking going through these worlds and doing all this like interaction shit. Like, no, fight each other. We don't give a fuck why you're talking.
Well, and they're bringing in Johnny Mother Floodpucking Cage.
You better do a nut punch. Is all I'm saying, bro. Yes. You better do a nut punch.
Split nut punch.
Yes.
But y'all can't tell me that y'all didn't think it was cheesy how Jax's arms came off, yo? Like he didn't have any emotion at all. Like he literally just had his arms. He was like, oh.
Let me ask you an important question though.
Please.
So?
I don't know how to respond. I don't know how to respond to that question. But he's not wrong. He's not wrong. I mean, come on, man.
Yo, I just need Sub-Zero to bring that black Nike energy from beginning to end, like he did in the first movie, just straight up gooning on fools, popping up on you in the bathroom, ready to fight on some Goku shit. That's all I'm here for. That's all I really need. That beef with him and Scorpion.
Yo, that was gas.
Well,
since the first movie came out, I can't tell you how many times I've rewatched it.
Really?
Yeah.
You like it like that?
So good.
I play Mortal Kombat probably more than anything. Of course, for the articles.
You want to hear that?
Yeah, nah. Well, I mean, listen, the Mortal Kombat game is legendary, and if anybody wants to get beat, let me just put up my I'm gonna put up my gamer handle right here, so you can come and get lessons. If you want to get some lessons in how to play Mortal Kombat, find me on PS5 at Kung Fu Vinny. That's your boy. giving out lessons for free. First one's free, then we start charging. I'll put my cash up after this, but yeah, I'm gonna keep it real, man. Oh, and don't do that. We just became friends. I don't want to mess up our friendship, man, because I will destroy you, bro. Like I'm really good at Mortal Kombat. Like I don't talk about me being good at much, but Mortal Kombat is one of the things that I'm 100% confident in my capabilities. So yes, please, let's keep our friendship clean.
I'm gonna have to brush up on mine, and then I'm gonna have to come for this title.
It won't matter.
We're gonna have to.
It won't matter. There's
Because
nothing you can do.
Austin and I, my husband and I, the way that if we can't figure out who's picking dinner or who's picking the next TV show, we have a fucking Mortal Kombat battle.
Play Mortal Kombat over it. I love that. I love that about
that is the tiebreaker. Is the Mortal Kombat match. Who wins? That's who gets to pick.
You know, it's interesting because if you follow the game like I do, then you'll know that the game did adopt the idea that Scorpion could be a hero, and I kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? Kuai Liang is his name. But I'm not gonna lie, like I think I have to disagree with Ant in that as much as I'm here for the fighting and here for the fatalities and here for the powers, you gotta give me at least a good story. And they tried.
No one goes into Mortal Kombat knowing what we know from the old movies, knowing the video games, and says, I'm here for the storyline.
But you
not a
fighting game
person.
Come on, you mean to tell me? I mean, yeah, but don't you still want one? Like you
no
really
no. I need some good martial arts action and fighting, and that's the most memorable part of the first movie with the original. Like the island was cool, the plot, the princess, we gotta save her, it was fine. But when they started fighting, like when Kano fought Sonya on that beach,
okay.
Right, like I'm here for the fighting. I'm not really here for much else after that. Everything else is just filler. Like, just bring me to the next fight. Like, that's like saying I watched Dragon Ball for the story.
Oh, all right. That's fair. That's all right. Well, but Dragon Ball's funny too. It's entertaining outside of the fights. But
My husband watches it for the story.
Yeah, there's the story is a thing.
He's a minority.
He's a minority. Like, I have Dragon Ball all over my house.
Yeah, I've seen every single episode, every single movie. I got Shenron right here. I got Dragon Balls. I had a Dragon Ball Z website. Was my first website. Like I'm there. Oh, is that our cue, Vince? You start playing the music?
Yeah.
Too much shit at this point, and it's time to wrap it up. Okay.
Yeah, we gotta go ahead. We've done the 3-hour and hopefully and I don't know if you're still doing Mondays, but we'd love to pull up on you. However, for us, you guys, for those of y'all in the comments, I'm gonna shout out some names specifically. Mike Onassis, bro, it's been such a pleasure to see you in the comment section. I ain't gonna lie. Callow Wayne, welcome in. Movie blog, man, there you are. Lisa, I saw Lisa at my daughter's volleyball game the other day. That was really cool. It's always weird to meet the fans in person. Just playing. Lisa's not a fan. She's a high school friend. Gothic Chica, excuse me. I think that's what the 4 is for. Thank you for pulling up on Twitch and YouTube. That's a big deal. We don't take that lightly. Minnie, you know we love your homeboy, and everybody else. I'm not gonna go all the way back. There's a lot of comics. Mink, Link, Mo. Everybody who's in here, sincerely appreciate y'all pulling up, and make sure y'all pull up. We will still be broadcasting these next 2 weeks. They just won't be live unless, who knows, maybe we change our mind and film something and pre-record, but you don't know. But on behalf of myself, the homie Yaz, the homie Nolly, the homie Ant, Bad Ty, who's not here with us right now, even some of our recurring guests like Omar, Tiffy, Kev, Steph, the homie Minnie, and everybody who messes with us in this endeavor, we just want to say thank you for giving us your Saturday mornings. And even those who watch us on the replay, thank you so much, man, for chiming in, for being a part of our family as we continue to grow. And we got bigger and better things that we planning for 2025. So don't go too far. Sincerely appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to all of these little names that you see. Go to the Instagrams and hit that follow button, hit that like button, head to the movie blog and subscribe to YouTube and the Instagram page if you haven't already, because I plan on pulling up on the movie blog as long as he allow me on there if I don't say something too crazy and get kicked off. So we'll just go ahead and keep that energy. But as we've always said, we're going to keep everybody up for this. Be your authentic self in all things. If you a geek, go ahead and be your authentic geek ass self. In 2025, be even geekier. Damn it. Why not? Shoot. It's a quarter century, bitch. Let's go ahead and turn it on up. And in all things, like we always say, if you a legit geek, go ahead, let that geek flag fly.
I love the new Blurred Order. You should too.
Whoa.
Let me get all this 10p Wayne. All the niggas rapping about the same old thing. I've been coming through with the same old gang. Ain't shit changed except 9 got a name. Got it out the mud, but we got no stains. Cold ass ninja with a gold ass chain. The girl call me daddy, not my government name. Money on my mind, got them bands on my brain. Let me tell y'all about a nigga I know. That nigga stay clean, so he always got hoes.
I love the new Blurred Order. You should too. I love the new Blurred.